We are live. If you are watching,
This is good as fuck. Give me a crazy face.
I'm always getting cut off.
welcome back. This is episode 4 of the Blame It on the Group Chat podcast. Anybody watching, we should be live on Twitch and on YouTube and TikTok. TikTok, we got going off the phone, so you're gonna get worse audio. But
Yo,
anyway,
I don't know.
yeah, you fucking clowns ready or what?
Yeah, let's do this, man. Yeah.
I'm ready.
All right, Gabe's here late. He was getting pegged in an alleyway. But nothing you can do about that. 2025. All right, so
This goes touches
that.
right on our subject of paranormal. He has a thumb in his ass. It's paranormal. What's that feeling? It's a bowel movement, asshole. No, I don't want to. There's a thumb in my ass.
all right.
Yo.
So, I don't know if he's still watching your buddy DJ Iron Fist. Thank you for following.
Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you for the
appreciate you
follow.
coming
Thanks for the
through.
love.
We're doing this every Sunday. The time is in the fucking air because Gabe's a vigilante at night. He's always
This is so bad.
he's mugging people for coins and silver. But all right, so we got a different type of topic today. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yo, he's been talking about ass play non-stop, bro. Ever since that joke. Loving it. It's been going on.
No, that's not the reason.
All right, different type of topic today. No political shit, no real life shit, really. I guess real
No
life.
promises.
No problem.
Real life, if you could think
Well,
about
we
it.
should say one thing. One political thing, and I'll leave it at that, is that Trump kind of failed with Putin. That sucks.
I didn't even look
They
into
didn't
that
have.
yet.
They didn't come up with an agreement with the cease the
Ukrainian war?
ceasefire or even stop the war. Yeah, which
I,
sucks.
I never had any faith that anything was going to come out of
Yeah.
that anyway. So
yeah. Again, Putin is a very stubborn man. That's the problem. You know what I mean?
I say it's none of our business to interfere with other people, nations, problems, unless it directly affects the entire hemisphere.
Yeah. Well, I was more looking at like lives are being lost right now, or
Dude,
war
people
is
are-
like senseless, in my opinion. You know,
Yeah,
what
I
I mean?
get you, but
they're all fucking senseless.
people
so
die every day. There's people dying in
All
Africa.
right, so
from
that's
freaking
enough
war.
about that. No political shit today.
Okay.
All right,
Turn
so
that shit off.
all right. This is something that I know Gabe's been bringing up is cryptics. He's gonna go through. Are you on acid today?
Yo.
Gabe. So Gabe, this is something you've been wanting to talk about. So why don't you kick it off? I'm ready. I'm ready. I got my
He
fucking.
said finally.
Yeah, finally.
Finally.
We're sorry. You know,
We got a fucking French tickler up his ass. He keeps fucking laughing. Jesus
There's a
Christ.
paranormal
I got
activity
my,
up his ass right now.
I'm leaving Bigfoot hat on today just for this topic, okay?
Oh, nice.
So let's go. Kick us off. Let's fucking go. Let's go.
All right.
with the conspiracy theorists.
Well, one thing I want to say is that I like to touch on. I'll touch on it a little bit, but my brother has probably experienced it more than I have. I have experienced it. I'm not sure if Austin or Onyx has experienced it as well, but it's called sleep paralysis.
So we're not doing cryptics yet.
No, well, we can start off if you want to do
Kinda-
sleep.
We
Kinda
already
related-
started
this
off
kinda
with
related to
paralysis,
it.
just
Yeah,
Okay, go,
it's
go.
all the
stick to the
same.
topic.
All
Stick to
same.
the topic.
So, long story short, I had episodes. I'm a Christian. I'm not the best Christian in the world.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna, lie to
Probably
you.
the worst one, but yeah. That's
I'm not gonna lie to you at all, but I would say that when I was, following Christ strong, I did get a lot of sleep paralysis. And sleep paralysis is basically when you're sleeping and you wake up or you think you've woken up, but you're technically, it depends, because there's one form that you're still in a dream, and then there's another form where you actually do wake up, but you can't move. There's like two forms of sleep paralysis. A lot of times I get it while I'm still in my dream. Now I got it before when I was actually awakened and I just couldn't move, and I felt like an entity was literally holding me down, almost like everything was just strapped, keeping me strapped. I couldn't move even an inch. The only thing I could move was like literally my head. I was like jerking my head back and forth. And I just couldn't move, literally, almost like a seizure. You know what I mean? But long story short, one way of breaking sleep paralysis, at least from what my experience is, calling out the name of Jesus. Honestly, asking forgiveness and asking Jesus to release the paralysis that you're in. You know what I mean? So what do you guys think about? Like, what's your experience,
We got-
Josh? I know you have a lot.
Make sure we turn to the chat here
Exactly,
throughout
I
the
think so.
show. You got
You have
DJ
to,
Iron
yeah.
Fist. Sleep paralysis is when you wake up, when you're not conscious, you're still asleep.
That's I'm
There are times when you literally wake up and you're still.
Yeah, you sometimes you
Yeah.
technically
So I know
It
this
can
is
go
like,
both
of
ways.
of
It
what's
goes both
going
ways.
on. And
Yeah.
you can visualize the room, and
Yeah.
everything's open. I mean, everything's shut down, but you're out.
I think you have more than I did. I have a few, but
I
you
had
have a lot.
I had it happen to me.
Yeah.
so tell us about like.
Yeah, tell us about it, bro.
That's actually pretty scary. That DJ is actually common in surgery. That is actually pretty scary. You wake
Sleep
up
paralysis is common in surgery. I didn't
when
know
you
that.
actually get up. When you wake up during the surgery and they're actually operating on you, you can't move. Watching them cutting to
I've heard
you.
that happen.
Wow.
I think about that all the time.
That's
Well,
actually,
I know they sedate you and stuff like
that-
that. They
yeah,
give you pain
that-
medication.
yeah, but
Can you
that's
still
why-
feel it when
that's
you're
how
up, or
no, you're on.
or you're just like, well, I guess.
It froze.
He says it froze, but let us know if it comes back. I don't know if it's on our end or.
And that's how kind of how sleep kind of like
Oh.
like a limbo. Oh, sorry, you're like in a limbo mode, so you're like kind of half awake, but more like you're still in REM sleep, but you're still like awake and conscious.
Oh wait, hold on, George. I think this thing froze.
Sorry, DJ. If you can hear us, let us know.
Yes, it's back.
Is
Is
it
it-
back on?
Is it frozen or is it? Are we back
It
on?
says it's back now.
Stephanie, how we doing?
Oh, it looks like we're back on now.
Okay, cool.
Just
DJ,
let us know.
tell me how many fingers I'm holding up.
Disrespectful.
How many fingers am I holding up?
How much shit is on his thumb?
I'm just playing around, brother.
Stupid. Yo, ignore this man. Yo, he
Ignore
It's fine. Yeah, you put the
Ignore this
laughing face.
fucking asshole over here. He's just a dick to be a dick.
All right. Anyway,
All right, Josh, go ahead and
Josh,
continue,
tell
bro.
us about-
Yeah, so I had 3 different incidents that happened. The first one was with a girl I used to see, and basically I was sleeping, and I woke up with like, I want to say he was like 7 feet, or this entity was like 7 feet dark. It looked like the Reaper, like he had a cloak on, but you can't. But it wasn't like a Reaper. Like you didn't see the skeleton.
You
It's
just
like-
saw the outline of the shadow.
Yeah, the shadow of him. You could look like straight through him, like if you're looking through the universe, but just with no stars. Like it was just ongoing. You know? But the room was already dark, so I knew he was dark because he was darker, even darker than the room.
I feel you, DJ. Ads suck.
Yeah, I know ads suck. Unfortunately, right now, it's the only way to support it. If you have Prime, like Amazon Prime, and you link it to your Twitch account, you can subscribe to the channel, and you will get no ads, and that's per month, and it helps us out a lot. There are ads, but that's just the way our channel's set up because we're trying to make something out of this to reinvest it back in. So
But yeah, back to what Josh was saying. The shadow that's darker than dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there before too. I understand that kind of. Actually, woken up where, yeah, even in a dark room, this entity that you see is darker than the dark. Actually,
Are you
Even in
seeing
the black-
something as well, Onyx, when you were in sleep paralysis?
only a shadow.
Now, were you dreaming, or were you actually?
No, I was awake. I was.
Are you just gonna move or speak?
For this one, actually, now that I think about it, there's actually a few times I've had it that I've actually pushed to the back of my mind. One was when I was asleep, but I woke up and I couldn't move. Just felt like my whole body was numb, like electricity running through. So I'm conscious of everything. And I just had a foot in my bed looking down at me, here within me. All I felt was just bed being rocked back and forth. Like almost like they're trying. I guess I didn't know, like, oh, why are you trying to wake me up from sleep, asshole?
No.
But no, it's weird. Other time is actually encountered it moving around. I stepped out of my room.
Wait, but you said the first one you were awake, or were you dreaming?
The first time I was awake.
Okay.
He said cut it in and out like a drive-through.
All right, go on it.
Yeah. So the second time was I was awake and I was moving around. I think it was like 3 a.m. And I woke up, I left my room, and I stepped out of my room. This is back in my old place. Back when I used to live in Bayberry when I was in high school. And right in the living room, across from my door there was just a figure looking straight at me. And it just stood there, didn't say anything. And it was like in the way between where I was trying to get to the bathroom, because I had to walk out to the living room and then make a right.
Mhm.
It was right there in that position, so I had to like literally walk through him to get to the bathroom. And even though I was scared, I did it. But I just felt like an amazing like hold and wrapped me when I walked through him. Then went to the bathroom. When I came back out after that, he was gone.
Did he have a face
Like a
or
mini-
No, it's just a
Yeah,
shadow.
similar to the girl. Yeah,
It's just a shadow. It's just like a tall silhouette of a figure
of darkness.
of
basically.
just darkness. It's just
Does it look like he's like wearing a
Okay.
dark cloth, or is it just straight darkness?
it's almost like he's wearing like one of those medieval, how they have
Yeah,
like
like
a cloak
hood, yeah.
that just
like
hood
Assassin's
hood
Creed
over.
type,
In a way,
Yeah.
yes, but it's
Like you have
just-
like a sense
like a
of it,
Jedi
or something.
type.
yeah, but it's
Yeah.
just a silhouette of darkness.
But it's like
darker
the
than
way,
dark.
and the only reason it looks like that because it's his stature. It's like he's kind of like looks like he's like bent over, kind of like this. But I don't know. It's people say that they seen. I mean, there's different types. I think it's like 7 of them. There's a guy with the hat. Most time people usually it's the guy with the hat, the shadow, and then he has like a top hat.
I've heard that one before. Yeah.
So basically, me and Austin had an experience. Austin told me about his experience when we were younger, but he's going to explain that next. I will say real quick, I had an experience very similar to Onyx, but mine was a little girl. Actually, it was like a kid, and it happened to me a few months ago. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think it was 3 months ago, right, Josh? Did I tell you about
Yeah,
that?
when you told me. Yeah.
So long story short, I went to go use the restroom, and it was I didn't have any of the lights on, only in the bathroom. I turned off the lights in the bathroom. I was walking back to my bed. Now, even though it's dark, you can still see like the outline of the bed, the dresser, whatever the case may be. Now, I seen an entity, and I knew it was a little girl standing in front of me because I saw that the bed was right in front of me while I was coming through towards the room, but there was somebody standing right in front of me, blocking the entrance of the door, and her head was blocking the bed. So I knew somebody was standing right there. And it was literally like a dark, really, really dark figure, like a shadow figure, but a little kid version. I felt like it was a kid. And I got pissed because I was already super tired. You guys know me. I love my sleep. So the little girl pissed me off. I'm not going to lie to you. So I got mad and I tried to elbow the fuck out of her. And it went through her and then she disappeared. And I was like, all right, whatever. I went back to my bed and I was happy. You know what I mean? That's one thing about me. You don't get in between me and my sleep. I can tell you that right now. I don't care who you are. You know what I mean?
You
elbowed Annabelle.
Basically, I elbowed the shit out of her. Austin, go ahead and tell us about your
I'll fuck a
story.
little kid, yo. If you fuck with me, I'll fuck a little kid.
Yeah.
Fuck a kid up.
Yeah, so I actually thought of another one this morning. So
That happened to you, or
yeah, when I was a kid. So when I was at home, when I was young and I was living at home,
You monster.
we used to have in the kitchen like one of those water dispensers, the one that has the big jug on top.
You saw the ghost?
The office
Yeah.
dispenser.
Yeah.
So,
jugs.
quick backstory. When I was younger, me and my brother were playing, and we were pushing my bedroom door back and forth and just fucking smashing into it.
this is not your dream. This is physical.
No, this is real. So this is the backstory. So the door to my bedroom, it was a regular door. We destroyed it by just like trying to keep one out and someone
Yeah.
trying to get in, just fucked up the door.
Yeah.
So for a long time, I had no door like on my fucking room. For not for a
You
little while.
fucked up the hinges and everything.
No, like I don't know. I think the door just got smashed. Like it just. I don't know. I don't
You took
know.
off the door. Off the
Yeah,
hinges.
so they took the
His
door.
parents took out the door as punishment
The door-
for
the door
fucking
was fucked
fucking
up.
up the door.
So I had no door in my room. So when I was young, like the way my room is it's set up to where you can see into the kitchen, like directly from where my bed was in the corner of the room. So right next to the window in the kitchen was where we had this water dispenser, and it had the big gallon jug on top. And so I'm laying in bed at night, and I'm looking, And I guess like any other kid, you know, it was a full size bed, so I slept on the side closest to the wall, you know. So I even have a better angle, and I'm laying in bed, and I see what looks like a ghostly figure, and it was like a man, and I think he had, I can't recall now.
Like you said, a
He had
cowboy
some
hat,
type
right?
of hat on.
Yeah, cowboy
Yeah,
hat, right?
yeah, I don't remember the
I
type.
don't think it's not a cowboy hat. It looks more like
I
a.
think it was almost like one of those like what my brother and dad call the taxi cab hats,
Okay.
like one of those Yorkshire style hats, like Peaky Blinders. You know, like people wear to golf.
Oh,
Anyway-
okay.
anyway, he had a hat on.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he had a hat on, and so he's like getting water.
Wait, Austin, real quick. Is this? I remember you told me the story when we were young. Is this the one where, like you said, the guy was like from the late 1800s or something like
Yeah,
that?
yeah, he looked like he was from like that era.
We had a modern cap one.
No, like one of those old style hats, not a ball cap.
Like a fedora type, like or like
So-
the mafia.
Oh yeah, the one where it like loops like this,
Yeah,
but it looks
it's
nice.
kinda-
No, it was like
No, that's
no,
not old cap. No, he's
No.
talking about the one.
Yeah,
that-
man.
like an Irish style hat,
Yeah.
like the Irish
Oh,
people
okay.
wear, where it's like
Yeah, like a little-
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like a
Oh,
flat
yeah.
cap with the-
Little floppy on the
Look at
side.
this,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It looks like a little bill.
So
No,
I
Yeah.
think
The
he
one that
had-
Ivan has.
yeah, we wore that night. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Like
Because then you-
London
So,
people or Europe
I
people
think
wear.
he had like that hat on, and the guy was like getting water, drinking, and then he turns and he looks at me, and he's like looking at me, and I'm like just looking at him like, you
So he
know,
wasn't a shadow figure. You can see
Yeah.
his face. and
Don't you do
everything.
nothing. Bro.
I could see like what was a face.
Yeah.
So he turns and he looks at me, and then he just goes back to drinking, and I'm like, me as a kid, I'm like, oh fuck this shit. So I think I just rolled over. It was like,
Like,
I'm not
wasn't
looking.
there.
I'm
Fuck
not
this
fucking
shit,
looking
I'm out.
anymore.
Let me ask you,
I'm
was
seeing this.
like when you seen this entity, was it like transparent, like you saw through, or was it like actual person?
No, it was kind of like transparent.
Really?
Yeah.
Like Casper type?
Oh.
Yeah, actually, kind of like that, almost like a bluish, hazy look.
Yeah.
And yeah. So he was just drinking, and then yeah, no, yeah, maybe he was thirsty. So then that was one of the ones I had that scared the fuck out of
What
me.
did you say? Then you go, why? So you can bubble rape me?
Yeah, I think Gabe was like, "Yo, why didn't you say anything to him? I'm like, why don't you come up in there and bust my cheeks wide open?" Like, I'm thirsty, motherfucker.
Yeah, you go get it the easy way, you go get it the hard way.
Start clapping.
Yeah,
I mean, this is
yeah. Okay, just fuck it.
Get ready. It goes.
why are you doing?
Oh, sorry, we did this shit in the 1800s.
I mean, it could have been the same with Gabe and Annabelle trying to fucking rape him, just trying to see his dick before fucking sampling.
I don't know, but then I had another one happen.
It would be a pedophile though, like a little child. That Gabe's like, oh,
out of my way, sleep. Exactly.
Damn, dude.
Exactly.
So next to my bed was a window.
Did the thing freeze?
Nah, that's just the way it's appearing. It's just disconnected from.
But go on, you were saying.
Grabbing a little bit of
Actually,
technical difficulties.
everything's looking pretty good, like healthy wise on the streaming side. All right, so
So tell us your second story.
yeah. So anyway, I had a window next to my bed, and you know, I had like the regular blinds that would go like this, you know, and I remember I think I must have had the blinds turned like closed but downward, so you can see down through the slots in the blinds. And I saw what looked like you know, like little like tiny people, almost like you know, like remember Indian in the cupboard, like little toy figures.
Yeah, or like
Yeah.
G.I. Joe.
They looked like they were running on my windowsill, like back and forth.
Were you on acid?
No, they looked like they were moving back and forth on my windowsill,
Like shadow people or
like shadows of like little things running back and forth on the windowsill from the ambient light that comes in from like
Yeah,
outside.
yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Out of the bed.
So like I lean over from my bed and I grab the blinds and I like pull back. Nothing. There's nothing there. I'm like, what the fuck? I put it back, and then I'm laying there for a little while, and then I look back and I could see the same thing.
yeah.
And it's not like shadows from outside. Like it looked like shit was going on like behind there. Like what the fuck? Oh, my mic has an echo. It must be picking up on Onyx's maybe.
That's pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. It makes you wonder, like, Is this just like stuff that we see in our minds, or is it actually like demonic spirits messing with us? You know what I mean?
That's the question.
It really makes you wonder, honestly. I have another story. This is recent, and this is happening now, by the way. And the last 2 nights I haven't checked. I was just too tired to even get up. But there's been several times where there's been a I have a next door neighbor. She basically moved in with her boyfriend, so she doesn't come back to the house. She only comes to the house just to check on it. She doesn't come to sleep over her house or anything. She's been away from the house for what, maybe 2-3 months now, right, Josh? Yeah. So long story short, there's a light. I think it's from the bathroom or her bedroom. I'm not quite sure where this window leads to, but there's a light that turns on and off, and sometimes stays on. And it's the most weirdest and creepiest thing ever.
Are you talking about like Sam's?
Right now, it happens.
Sam's
About
side?
Lori, Lori, the lady.
Lori,
Lori, yeah,
the
next
one
door-
that's
right
if
next
you're
door to me.
facing the house to the left.
Yeah. So I every once in a while I'll check outside, and it's probably around like 3 to 5. And what's crazy is people say, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure you guys heard this, but they said 3 to 5 is like the time of, when paranormal activities start happening. Honestly, so this light only turns
I'm
on.
gonna cut you off, but that could be because that's different.
Yeah.
You're physically up. But usually, like I said,
Yeah. But there's no fear. I have like no fear. Of
when you
what's
go under
going
like
on.
paralysis and stuff like that, usually it's
Yeah.
because
So what?
Half
Wait, what light do
asleep
you
and-
see?
Yeah. Well, this is outside of paralysis. This is
no,
just
'cause you're physically
another
like-
form of paranormal activity.
Right, right.
Like I'm not
Yeah.
afraid at all or anything like that, but it's just weird. I just see this light turns on. No one's in the house. It stays on for a good 30 minutes to an hour, and then it turns off. The most weirdest thing.
I mean,
It's in the house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, her house, yeah.
if you're
Well, Lori
able-
was across the street.
Right?
No,
there's
right,
two. There's
like you
two.
said, right next door.
There's two Loris, yeah.
Oh, the one on the other
Yeah,
side.
yeah.
Yeah.
On the right hand side. So my window literally faces that window. So I can see what's going on. It's just the blinds are always shut, so I don't know. I can't see a
I
figure.
thought your
in there.
window was the front of the.
No, that's
No,
his
sorry.
old room.
Used to
That's
be.
all room, yeah.
Oh, where are you at now?
Josh's
Side.
old room.
Josh's old room, yeah.
Oh, you're in Josh's room.
Yeah.
It's
Wait,
old
so
room.
whose room are you in?
Mary's,
He's in my
Mary's
Mary's
room.
old room.
No,
Mary's
that's my
old.
room. You're my room.
Oh, so yeah, Josh's window does face
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, so long story short, I just find it super, super weird what happens. It just turns on and off basically right around the same time period, like I said, around 3 to 5. Now, there's been one time it turned on at 9, and my mother was home. I was trying to get her real quick so she could see what the hell was going on. And then as soon as, I guess, the entity that was messing with the light heard me yell out my mom's name, I think it did because it turned off right away. Almost like it didn't want anybody else to see but me. It's weird. Super, super weird.
Doesn't no one lives there?
Uh,
No one lives there. And
she'd be going to like South
Yeah.
Beach, like
I think she's just probably there awkward times or intervals where you
No.
guys.
she's not.
oh, they called her.
It's 3 to 5, yeah.
We,
My mom
we
called
think
her
it's like
confirmed. She's not there.
we think it's a movement, so maybe it's something. In a
It could be a
rope came
sensor,
by
yeah.
and
It could be a
went
sensor.
off.
You think it's a homeless guy that's squatting in that bitch?
Or it could be a homeless dude squatting in it.
You never. I don't
Water's
know.
red. See, that's a whole different.
But like she's
Oh,
still
I don't see.
occupies
I don't
it?
see like.
But she comes, but like maybe like once a month, just like literally pick something up for like 5-10 minutes. Doesn't stay.
I'll say
She
this.
never sleeps there. What she said,
I called Lori or either her daughter, and this was years back.
or
Like
lady.
when that light was on, you could see a figure walking by, and it confirms you that there's somebody there. There's nothing there. It's just a light on. That's it.
Oh, you just took a camera one day just to record the
True,
whole thing.
yeah.
I know. I need to.
That's true.
So wait,
So one of the
So-
driveway too. See if actually someone comes.
So
Yeah,
where
that's
does
what guys
the-
told me. I need to.
Where's the light turn on there? Is it like where's that window go into that house? Is
Their
it
bathroom. He's
It's in
It's
the.
like a bedroom, bathroom. It's the bedroom.
I think it's the bedroom. Bathroom. Yeah. Bedroom. Bathroom. Yeah.
and there's nobody there?
Nobody there.
Big as
And the light just comes on.
Yeah, and you can tell if somebody's there because when they turn on the light, you will see like a shadow figure in the window when they walk by. You can tell if somebody's there, even with the blinds curtain shut. But this time I don't see literally jack. I seen somebody in that room before, and there's movement, but this time there's like no movement at all.
It's
And-
probably the ghost of Annabelle trying to catch your attention.
I'm gonna get you, Gabe.
I'm gonna get you,
Your
Gabe.
elbow in me.
Well,
You're gonna see my 12-inch shadow in the shower. Like, oh, dude, what the hell?
But yeah, long story short, my mother said that she saw a figure, like a grandmother figure with a walker, And she knew she wasn't home because she called her like the next day or something just to confirm, and she wasn't there.
Does an old
But it
lady
was-
live there?
No,
Did old lady die there?
and my mom saw it clear as day. Like she said, she didn't look like a shadow figure. She looked like us, like person, like physical form, going like this with the cane, just walking around.
Y'all don't lost my shit.
That's why I told her I was like,
And what's crazy is Lori's mother just. Oh, is this on? I know the TV's on.
No, it's on.
It's on.
It's just it keeps disconnecting from the
Yeah.
TV, so I turned it off.
What's crazy is that Lori's mother passed away a few weeks before my mom saw that.
That's what I was asking.
And she
She
said,
walked
she
around
literally
with
said the mother looks just like Lori's mother. The woman that was inside the
But it looks like a
building.
person, though?
yeah,
Looks like a person, yeah.
That's fucking weird.
Just like
Yeah.
Lori's mother.
I'd be scared.
Just
a
like
little
Lori's
bit.
mother, yeah.
That's
Ooh,
but that's worse.
spooky.
But that's worse than
Weird,
like
weird
ghosts.
stuff is happening in that house. I can tell you that right now.
She needs to do like one.
I go. I was in the other day. I was helping her, or another day, but a few months ago. I felt it was a little. Who died in this house?
Just
I really felt like who died? Who she killed? What husband did she kill?
Just
Like, they-
Bismillah, kick the door in, and
a
freaking
lot of
check out the
husbands.
place.
I'm like, who you got in here dead?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, God
But she
damn.
rides them off
Oh,
the
she had
death
like
in
six.
that
I think she was married like 6 times. It's crazy.
She rides them off the death in that house. Like, oh, heart attack. Oh, they die, and then eventually like, pop the place.
So that's
So,
a lot.
they're
That's a
all-
lot
they're
about.
talking, they're all seeing their ex-wife fuck some other dude in the bed. And they
Yo, I was thinking about some crazy.
It's like a cycle going on. There's a paranormal cycle going on.
that guy died, and he's with the other dude pissed off. They got another guy in the fucking bed fucking their ex-wife.
One guy dead in different locations of the room.
No, they're all
of the building.
They're all in the same.
They have their own locations.
Bro, you're
They're all
wrong,
in the
bro.
same room. They got their ex-wife fucking bangs like with the dude who also dies. And they end up joining them. Like, what the fuck is this? Well, you just fucking died for this bitch.
Yo, you're wrong, bro. You're wrong.
They got Lori's not watching the video right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, she want to kill Onyx.
Yeah, when I say what's her name? Jamie Doe. You guys say Jamie and John Doe. Can't say names, you know.
I'm
Oh, that's
I'm
true,
kidding.
that's
I'm
true, that's
kidding.
true.
So,
It's all jokes.
So aside from that, I don't know, with sleep paralysis, I don't know if I've had something that's like that, where like, but it's almost like I'm coming out of like a nightmare into waking up, and like, well, I had one. What was it here?
Before you answer,
I had one here. I had one like shortly after we moved here. I had this fucking nightmare. I don't even remember what it was, to be honest with you. But it frightened the shit out of me. And like I woke up and I was like yelling in my sleep. But when I woke up, it's like it was almost like I had a stroke. It was like I woke up and I was like trying to yell, but it was like
Yeah, it won't let you. Yeah, like
That's-
fight you.
Probably
you
had like
know?
a little form or a little
Like, I
piece
was
of-
still kind of like paralyzed,
Yeah.
and I like from sleeping, and I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I feel like
happening.
you had a form of paralysis, but it was like slight, very, very slight.
Yeah,
Like not
'cause it
enough where
wasn't
your
like I
eyes. Yeah, you
couldn't
locked
move.
up. Yeah,
it was more so like I couldn't like talk.
yeah.
And but I was awake. And then I did have another one like that, which I'll never fucking this dream I remember. So this was like a nightmare I had when I was living. I want to say I was in Fort Pierce, and I was tied up in like this real like sketchy, scary looking hospital room.
Oh, so this is actually real.
This is a dream.
Oh, okay.
No,
this
this is
is
a
a
dream.
horror movie or a really weird
Yeah.
porn?
So I'm laying like on like a hospital bed type thing, like a gurney, but I'm like belt strapped, like I'm tied down. And I see in the door like this huge fucking like scary figure come in, like a monster. I can't remember exactly how it looked, but it was huge. And it was coming across, and then as it got close to my bed to get up into my face, dude, I was fucking freaking out, and I woke up and I was just like, same thing. I was like, lost it. Scared the shit
That's when
out
the
of
shit
me.
came out of his ass.
It's hard. It's hard to like scare me with a lot of things.
What the fuck? No, yeah. Hey, you know what's funny that you brought that up? Josh had a similar experience, but I don't know if Josh wants me to say it, but he kind of
It's hard.
beat somebody up. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
gonna say who.
Who did you beat up in your dream, Josh?
You want to talk about that, Josh, or what?
It was a dream. I was.
Let's not mention names, though.
Yeah.
I mean, Jane. It was Jane.
Jamie and
It
Jane
doesn't
though.
matter.
But no, I was paralysis, and that's when I woke up, and that
Oh, you bring TV.
I don't know if it's
You
demonic.
bring TV back up.
Shut up. Pay
No
attention.
one's
Shut up.
talking.
Oh,
I don't know if it's demonic. Some people say that it's actually good souls, like people who passed away. That's, you know what I mean? No one knows. No one knows. And no one's ever going to know.
It's pure speculation. No way of truly confirming or denying these things.
Yeah, what it is.
Everyone has their own experience, or some people experience it, some people don't. Difficult to tell.
Yeah. But I was living with a girl I used to date, and basically the same thing. This shadow, 7-foot shadow of a reaper, was up there and staring at me for like maybe 10 seconds, and I'm just eyeing it. And the girl I was with, she was sleeping, and I woke up, and I don't even know what I said. My girl had to tell me afterwards, but she said that I was like, I'm gonna get you. And I ended up jumping up, but I didn't jump on. Strangely, I didn't jump on the demon. My body altered, and I started jumping on her. I was beating on her, and she woke up just screaming, shouting, what the fuck are you? I'm just going ham on her, probably 4 or 5 hits. And I
In
find
actuality,
no, this is real. Like I woke up and I flipped over,
He was punching the fuck
and I mounted her like a UFC fighter, and I was giving it to her.
but that's because Josh thought that she was like some other with the Reaper.
Yeah, the Reaper, like it was like,
Or some entity.
yeah, and like got into my body, and it made me like. But when I first jumped up, she told me that I shouted, "I'm gonna get you," and I felt like, man. Now I'm thinking about it. Now it's like maybe that was even me saying it, and that was just a Reaper or that dark entity telling kind of getting my form, kind of like
And you're using your vocal
like
cords.
Exorcist. You know what I mean?
But that just means that you were possessed.
Possessed, right. But I ended up flipping over on her, and I was giving her maybe 4 or 5 hits, and she was kind of blocking and screaming. And then she finally was like, wake up, wake up. I finally woke up, and I was just like, whoa, I really was like, how the hell did I, I'm like, why am I on you? Like, what is going on? Obviously, I told her to sleep downstairs. I don't trust myself. She ran downstairs.
Wait, you told your girl to sleep downstairs? Why didn't you?
Yeah, because I didn't know what I was going to do. You know what I mean? She didn't even want to sleep next to me either. She was like, I don't know if we should be sleeping together tonight. Like, that was crazy. Like, you're beating on me.
You should have just said, I'll sleep downstairs, lock the door.
No, and I did.
Either that or
She
go get a hotel.
I did, but she didn't.
Yeah,
She insisted to sleep
But you
downstairs.
kicked her out the bed.
No, I didn't kick her out. We were talking. It was an agreement, but she insisted that she wanted to sleep downstairs.
I'll go downstairs and sleep on the couch. I'm going to sit up here and lock the door. Like, dude, that may put her in danger because you can open that door, go downstairs, grab a knife, and just knife her when she's asleep and not even know it.
No,
If you were downstairs and the door was locked, you can't get in.
No, it was an agreement. And she more like ran downstairs. She was petrified. And I was just sitting there for a long time, like thinking about it. And that was the first time. That was the first time it ever happened. But same house. But it's crazy because I found out later. This is how I found out that someone died in the house. This is up in Maine. This was like, I want to say, like next to Lewiston, Maine. So this shit was like haunted.
So people die.
Oh man, there's some old ass houses in there. They reek. It's like centuries and decades, a whole bunch of years of people dying in those houses. The guy that was actually in there, supposedly he killed himself. Like, I guess like his girl cheated on him. So his homeboy took over his facility because no one else could. I guess it was like basically he was like or owning it together.
It was a partnership.
Yeah, like a partnership. So he just took over
it.
it, and he, my girl never told me. They knew, but they, later I only found out because my dog Nico, my first dog, he woke up in the middle of the night. They say dogs and cats and animals can they sense more paranormal activity. Kids too, right? So dog wakes up like again 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, literally. And it goes downstairs, and Nico never goes. Like Nico always follows me, never goes downstairs. Like even if he needs to piss, he would wake me up or be fidgeting around, and I can hear him, or he would just bark. I'm like, all right, you got to go piss. He was a good dog. We trained him well, and he went downstairs, ran downstairs, just ran, and we were like, what the hell? We heard the bed shook. That's how much he got off. My girl's like, can you check that out? What's going on? Nico never leaves. I'm like, yeah, that's strange. Never. So I go downstairs, and I'm like, Nico calling from no, not coming back, none of that. So I'm like, what the hell? And he's like, boom, he's on it. You call him, he's on it. He'll come back to you. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I hit the light, and he's sitting there like in this brown big ass kitchen that we had. We have like not even an L shape. It was just a full on like view. It was big, and then it had a window in one of the corners. It had like 3 windows, and it was just looking up at that window, staring at it. And I was like, "Yo, Nico." Most of the time he's like, "Oh shit, that's calling. Let me get on it." You know what I mean? I'm like, "Yo, Nico."
Yeah, he kept staring.
And he just kept staring. He'd even like
Acknowledge that
our ear went up or nothing. Yeah, like he was just like he had paralysis himself, and he was
I wouldn't say paralysis, but I think it's a heightened sense of awareness of something's there that you don't see.
Yeah, and I'm like,
He
so
senses.
it was even talking about it now, it gives me goosebumps, and I'm like, damn, what the hell? So I go up to him, and I literally just put my hand right in front of him, and I was just like, yo, and I just like grab. I'm like, what the hell are you looking at? So I just had to grab his nose and just I was like, stop. And then he finally was like looked up at me, but then kept looking at me, like looking up, at whatever he was looking at, just going back and forth. And I'm like, yo, what's your deal? And I was like, come on, let's go. And then like as we were walking, he was just looking, like following me, but also looking back, like looking back too,
Almost like
like
you see something.
yeah, seeing there. And he's like, all right, let's go to sleep. He's not doing nothing, so let's go back to sleep, whatever this is. I mean, I'm kind of like still looking too, like hoping to see something. I'm hoping to see, current move or something. I didn't see nothing. I'm like, strange. And I went upstairs, told my girl she was tired. She was like, oh, whatever, it's a dog. And I'm like, saw something. That was really strange. That was in that same household. And then she finally told me, it was like, oh, I gotta tell you, like later, she's like, oh, by the way, like someone. That's probably who.
Yeah, in the Northeast, there's a lot of that because that's where a lot of the first settlers were.
Right.
And a lot of people,
Indians and
naturally
stuff.
they die over
Yeah.
the course of time.
Also,
And
battlefields.
those, there's homes there that are fucking so
Actually,
old.
No, but like now that
That's different. A lot of the Civil War fights were in Virginia.
Yeah, but you if you go to the fields, people will say that like people go out there and camp the fields, and they'll just they'll set up cameras and wait for paranormal activity.
Yeah, so
and you see it.
Listen, and that's
You see the guys fighting each other, like still fighting each other's day.
Okay,
Not
yeah.
knowing that they're dead is crazy.
I've heard like there was one. It was a Green Beret that I was listening to on podcast, and he was saying that there's 2 places he'd been where he's like, this shit is definitely like it got bad energy, haunted.
Yeah.
One of them was Gettysburg. He said Gettysburg. He's like, when you go there, he's like, there's a fucking bad energy here, man. Like you could feel it. And this guy's a stone cold fucking killer.
Don't know that they're dead.
Yeah,
So they're reenacting the war. It's almost like punishment or something like that. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I wouldn't
It's
say
crazy, dude.
That'd be crazy if that was our death and like we get to wait till God up and like reliving something. That's why I be thinking about dreams because
Yeah, that's like another form
sometimes
of
when you
hell,
dream,
honestly.
I'm not sure about you guys, but like it's like if I'm not reliving that same memory, it's something that's like that's related to that same memory. That's something I'm like, damn, like I feel like this is something that me and you be fighting about,
Yeah.
or something that I would be doing. And I'm like, yo, maybe like dreams are like an open gateway to like, yeah, you up in limbo trying to tell you like, yo, this is gonna be your life. You're just reliving shit and memory. So God comes, takes you up, I mean, that's on a whole crazy thing, but that's just how I feel about like dreams. Some people are like, oh, dreams are just dreams, but I'm like, I don't know. There's some dreams that like it would happen and it would be like an awakening, like something would happen later in 2 weeks, or something would happen and my dream would pick up on it.
I'll say this about dreams is that, like, dreams are weird because scientists have said that we can't manipulate faces or forms of faces in our dreams. So, which means like when you're dreaming, you can only recognize or memorize the faces that you haven't already seen, not faces that you haven't seen. Because especially if you're not an artist, even the artist, you just can't replicate that. So when you have, and I have faces that I have never seen in my dreams all the time. So if that's the case, then who are these people in my dream that I've never seen before? You
It's
understand
your
what I'm saying?
subconscious. It's a realm we haven't really dived deep. Even science, the subconscious.
Well, scientists are saying we don't have the mental capacity to do that. So how is this possible? You see what I'm saying? It makes you wonder, and they talk, and they have their own process of talking, their own mindset and everything. It's not like you're giving them that in your dream.
Yeah, exactly.
So how are they? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
But
creepy.
again,
Like
it's
they're
your
saying, you know what I'm
subconscious.
saying? Like, damn, Gabe, that's a good one.
No, honestly, what scientists are saying is that now there's new information out in your researches that we can't replicate new faces in our dreams.
That's fine. I got you,
Yeah.
but it's your subconscious. You have no.
Man, I also
control
agree
over
with that too, because like, or what you were saying, how like dreams, like it's like the Matrix. just like the Matrix. You know, that was a fake world, but yeah, everybody can talk to you. And he's like, yeah, the girl in the red dress ain't real. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but yet she can like talk to you, go on a date with you. Yeah, that's crazy. But I do agree with that because sometimes I do see people's form. But it's like you were saying, like someone that's beloved. Like I'll see your face, AJ's face.
Yeah, you already recognize.
But if it's somebody
you
else,
already have the sense of the formation of their chin.
Yeah, it's like when you
people you haven't seen that show up that you've never seen in your life. Your mind cannot replicate that.
Yeah, it can't. Right, but like you exactly.
It's like,
you know, like when you like everybody had a dream where. Like you're a kid and you're naked, or anywhere, like you're not in school or you're just naked. You're, like you know people are around, and you know like this lady has black hair, the lady has blue hair, this guy's a little heavy, but yet you can't really like the features you can't make out. You know what I'm saying? But you know it's like okay, that's a white lady.
Oh, they're far away in your dream.
Yeah, like just a group of people.
Yeah.
But you never like it's never like detailed really, unless like I said,
in real life it's
like I can see you in my dream like yo, this is definitely Onyx. And then like another person that's coming up to me talking and stuff, I'm like, man, I know you're black. Yeah, you're black with curly hair or locks, but I can't. Damn, I don't know. Like you sound familiar, but I can't really describe who you really are. Like what the fuck, you know what I mean? And then they're kind of like, but the main focus is people that you actually ran into or know, or it could be anybody.
What I'm trying to get at is that if we can't replicate faces and stuff like that, but yet we see entities that come into our dreams that we don't really recognize. So that means there possibly is an entity that literally came in your dreams to try to fuck with you, like a devil, and to lie to you and to try to misguide you or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing.
Like, it really makes you wonder and think. Like,
no, I kind of think that way too.
I don't know.
That's why you have sometimes bad and good dreams. When you get older, usually they're bad dreams.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I never have good dreams. Like barely anymore, unless it's like a sex dream, which those happen still. Those are good, but other than that. Like, my dreams are fucking horrible.
Yeah, same.
I'm explaining some of your dreams.
You're younger, they're a little better.
Recently.
Okay, so I'll give you like everyone has like recurring dreams where it's not even like the dream.
The same dream.
So there's two kinds. There's like, well, there's probably more than that, but so two kinds that I have. One will be, I'll have the exact same fucking dream where like even I react. So like when I'm in the dream, I'm unaware that I've had this exact dream before until I wake up. So like but I'll do the exact same thing. The exact same way. The whole dream will play out like what happens is the exact same. The way I react is the exact same. What I say, what I do is the exact same. And I'll have that dream multiple times throughout my life.
Like a loop.
It's almost like a loop. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes towards the end, I think you could tell, like, as you're still sleeping, you're like, damn. I mean, I've done it before where I'm like, all right, I've done that.
That'll be like right before I wake up sometimes. Yeah.
Or like right when you're about to wake up and you're like,
have you ever caught yourself that, like, when you're dreaming, you feel like it's real, but then you're awakening in your dream, like, oh, this is a dream.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Where it's
You know what I mean?
I used to have that. It's called lucid dreaming. So like when I was young, I had that a lot. And I used to say that to people and they used to be like, what are you fucking talking about?
Yeah.
So I used to, when I was
I'm
younger.
dreaming, I think it's real.
And then you're like, something happens. Yeah.
I would lucid
dream. You can
dream.
touch your hand and your arm and it feels real. Like me doing this is the same way in the dream. It's so weird.
So like I would lucid dream as a kid and I'll never forget. There was this one that I had and I've told some people about it and they're like, what? But it's like, I know I'm in a dream. So like I would do absurd shit knowing I can't get hurt. No, I jumped off a fucking skyscraper. Like there was a skyscraper and I just fucking jumped off the top and I'm like, I'm going to land and it's not going to hurt and I'm going to be fine. And it's exactly what happened. And then I'll have one, but like it's almost like the Matrix where like, but you could program like what is going to happen in your mind. So like I had one where like I was like in a grocery store and I'm like, okay, like it was actually kind of like the Matrix. It was like a bunch of bad people are gonna come start attacking me, and you start doing like the thing at the end where fucking Neo's blocking everything. You grab the bottle, you break it over the guy's head, and like you're playing it out in your head. But if as soon as you catch this thought in your head, you're like, someone's gonna come behind me and stab me. Next thing you know, you get stabbed, and you feel it. It's like you manifest your own dreams,
your own demise.
Yeah, but that's so. I got off on a tangent, but the other thing that happens to me is like so. Like I have like. The dreams I have the exact same way, but I also have themes in dreams. So my wife knows this is something we always argue about. I hate being late to anything.
Oh yeah, me too.
I
I
have
fucking hate
a
that.
phobia. Like, so I have a
Latest I
nightmare.
do. I have phobia of looking
It
late.
ain't that bad. I'll tell you that.
So, says the guy who's fashionably late to everything
It
you
could be
fucking
worse.
do.
It could be worse.
Be here at 7 o'clock.
Doesn't mean I don't have fear of
Around.
late. Doesn't mean I don't have fear of being late.
So with mine, so in my dreams, right, with
He's
my
like,
nightmares that I have,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
always
that's
like,
crazy.
I can't, like, you know how, like, say you're trying to get ready for something, and there's like, no matter what it is, something keeps happening to where you can't finish. So, like, for instance, I had I call it a nightmare, but like, I had this a couple months ago. So I had a nightmare. It was funny though. I was like, so I happened to be on the Florida Panthers, like I was a player, right? And I had a game coming. I'm sitting there with Chuck, one of the players,
Yeah.
right? And
And
I'm
you
like,
literally thought your dream that you were
Shout out
in
to
my
the Florida
dream, I was
Panthers,
like
yeah.
on the team, and I'm like, okay, cool. I go, and he's sitting there, you know, getting ready. I'm like, hey, can you grab my skates or whatever the fuck? Or I was like, can you grab my bag or something like that, right? So then, like, we go to wherever we're gonna go, and I have no skates. I have none, and like, I'm like, fuck, man. So then we happen, like, you know, things in dreams, they don't make sense, but it just happens
Yeah.
anyway. So like, I'm like, we're like at the arena. I'm like, yo, I gotta go get skates. So in the dream, the arena had a store, and I was like, we'll just go buy skates. So I go over there. I was like, we need to go get skates. I get in there, and all the skates are up on the wall. And I'm like, all right, let me just get a pair and try them on. So they look gangster as fuck, like some badass skates. But when I put them on, they immediately look dopey. Like they change. They look stupid as fuck. So they look cool. Like
Yeah.
I put them
I've
on,
had
they
that
look
before.
like fucking
Sound
like
shoes,
like
yeah.
Payless
And then you're like
fucking
in a
light
whole
up
different
shoes.
fucking.
I'm like, what the
Yeah,
fuck is
green.
this? And then like then that happens, and then I'm like, oh, okay, these look good. Do they have them in my size? No, they don't. Oh shit. Then there's a TV in the store, and the TV's on, and like I see everybody going out to the ice to like start the game, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like I can't find my fucking skates. Like I can't find skates. I'm looking, and then these fucking people come in, and they're like, oh, yeah, this and that. So then they're talking, and then I'm like, yo, can you help me find some fucking skates, dude? Like the fucking game's already started.
Yeah, you're not
And then
gonna-
it's like, oh, there's nothing here. We're gonna have to go. And then in the dream, there's like a shopping mall right outside of the arena. And then this woman's like, oh, we're gonna have to go over there. There's a store over there. And like things just keep happening to where like I'm not gonna make it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make it.
Yeah.
And that happens to me in school in my dreams. Like I'm late for a class. Oh, I have this one all the time. Okay, all the fucking time. I'm in college. And it's finals day, and I realized that there's a class that I had and I was enrolled in, and I never
find it?
went.
Or you can't. Oh,
No, I was like,
I remember I can't find.
Oh,
it.
you
I get that one. You can't find
no,
the room.
I
You
turned
made a
it.
mistake and didn't show up, and the
I-
next day you're like, "Oh, I missed class."
No, but like it was the last day, and then like maybe I get a notification, and they're like, "Oh, okay, your final project is due today," and I'm like, I don't even know where this fucking class is. Like, and then I'm looking for the class.
Yeah.
I'll have that where I can't find the fucking class,
That
and you're
me
like
too,
looking
bro.
up there.
That happens to me too. That's so
Yeah.
fucking weird.
You're like looking up
That
there.
happens to you too.
And you're like, oh, the class is up there. I think that's the class. You
Yeah,
go upstairs
and it's not.
and it morphs. It's gone. And I'm like, fuck, I gotta go back downstairs. I go downstairs and I'm like,
You're running around.
No, this
Or
isn't
the
right.
numbers changes.
everything
Everything
changes.
changes. The
What's
numbers-
crazy,
the
like
numbers change.
they happened to me once,
The
and
number
I was
changes on the
I was
door.
late for class. I was trying to find the door to the class. I was supposed to find the number like 200 or something. I'll just use that for
Yeah, you
example.
would think you'll get it.
I get to the door, I see it it's from a distance. I'm like, oh, okay, that's it. I run up to it. It's like 300 or something.
Or
Like, I
sometimes,
could have sworn when I was 20 feet away,
Yeah.
it was this.
Yeah.
or
It's
sometimes
like
you
a
get it.
mirage.
Have
It's
you
like
ever
a-
got- have you ever got it when you
it's
got
one-
in the room and you were in the wrong room?
Yeah.
And you're like, and you're sitting there and you're like, no, I'm in the right room. And then the teacher will
I start
actually,
talking about something else. Like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Something
yeah. And you're like,
It's
wait a
supposed to go to
minute.
English.
Wait a minute. You're just sitting there like, I think so. And then like maybe the teacher will even ask you and be like, yo, like, are you in the right room? And you're like, I don't know. I don't think so. You know what I mean? Either she allows you to stay or then you go outside and you're like doing a whole thing
Mission,
again.
yeah,
Yeah, whole
mission,
mission
yeah.
again.
Or like another.
Or then you finally
yeah.
like wake up.
Another one I have
You never
is
get
like
it done.
my.
so weird. I
so,
thought
like,
the only one that has
That classroom dream is crazy.
This
I
isn't.
never knew you guys had it too. That's crazy.
Yeah. I think it's kind of common though.
Yeah, you
But,
got it too on
no.
or no?
That's just a maze, bro.
So with
the
me,
worst.
another what is it?
It's like you're with your younger self. It's
So
never
this is
like,
another
like your
One
older
of the
self.
ones messaging.
No.
It's not like your older self. It's always like a younger self too. go back and you're like,
Yeah, like you
22,
assume you're at
college,
that
high
point in
school.
your life,
Yeah,
you're in
yeah, you're
college.
like, damn, I'm back in.
But for
and
me,
you really feel it though. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm
Yeah,
back
no,
in high
it's
school.
believable.
It's believable. Yeah, it's like
so
I'm
like
back in
when
high
you
school.
get like, because then from the outside, when you get out of the dream, you're like, yeah, what was I thinking?
Yeah,
But when you're in it, it's like you were brainwashed, like zapped, like
yeah,
you
Matrix. Like
believe
I
you're
need
in
this.
there.
Yeah, like this is it.
So anyway, like another one I have is fuck, what was I just talking about? So I had the one where I'm late. Okay, so this is another one I get. So I'll have dreams where like I buy, say like a new house, right? Like I bought a house. And I guess like at this point I already signed over. I'm like, yeah, house. And I get in, but then I notice there's like these rooms like in the back of the house that I must not have seen or didn't know was there. And like it's like either flooded or like there's a hole in the roof, which
I think I heard
which
that.
raining on you, they say like if there's like a hole in the roof and it's raining on you, it has to do financially, but I don't have any financial problems. But that's what they say. But anyway, like I always have like it gives me like a helpless feeling. And like that's one of my only things I'm scared of. Like I'm not scared of like anything, like in real life. I'm not really scared of anything except for like things in the ocean, like sharks terrify me and being helpless. So like I don't know, this is not to get off.
helpless and economically. Or
No, just helpless. Like I'll give you an example. Like
So there's different forms of helpless. In this,
yeah, so like helpless where like you can't get the desired outcome you want in your mind physically. So like I'll give you the dumbest thing. You know what like stresses me out and gives me so much anxiety? You know when you go to pull the clothes out of the dryer and they're all tangled
yeah.
and they get caught, it drives me nuts. It drives me crazy. Like cuz like I feel like it's all tangled and like I can't get it out. So like I'm like
Yeah.
like cuz in my mind I'm like let me just grab these clothes, put it in here and it doesn't
That should be
translate.
simple, yeah.
It doesn't translate. Like it drives me nuts. Or like if I'm like I don't know, like say you're trying to go somewhere and like maybe the GPS cuts off or something and like you have no service and like you can't like maybe you need a code to get into a door or you have something but you can't fucking make it happen. Like whatever you're trying. That type of shit. So like I guess like in the dream it'll be like I get a house and it's like the half of it's filled with water and mold and there's holes in the ceiling and I'm like I can't fix this. It's my house now. I don't have the money to fix this. I can't sell it because there's
So
a hole.
economically, you start feeling helpless.
Basically, yeah. And like it's just like shit like that. Like those are like my two most common like types of dreams. Like I'm late, fucking drives me crazy. I can't get there on time. Helpless stuff like that. Or like the ones I told you where I felt like I was paralyzed and there's like some kind of monster.
About the buoy bless you.
Yeah.
Nah.
Have you guys ever dream jump?
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean? Like you feel like you're falling?
No,
You're in one
jump in a
dream,
dream.
and you
jump
wake
to the
up,
next-
and you're still in another dream.
Yeah.
Wait, you wake up.
Like for
You
example,
wake up from one dream, and you're still in another dream.
Yeah, you don't even wake. I mean that too. You can wake up.
That happens to me a lot.
And you go to another. You go to sleep. You
I'm
go to
still in the
another
same
But
dream.
no, like for
That's
example,
a dream within a dream sequence.
Yeah, dream within a dream sequence.
for example, when you
I
were
think I
saying
had
you were
that.
putting the boots on, like I'm just saying, I'm not saying I had that dream, but it would, like if in my case or dream jumping, I'll put the boots on, and then the boots would turn into like a jetpack, and now I'm like a superhero, and I got to fight some like monster that's coming out. I'm
that's
like,
kinda
what the hell? Like, and I'm still thinking like, wait a minute, what happened to me being a hockey player? And then you're like, oh well, I got to deal with this monster now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
now,
then,
do you
and then I've
find-
had before where like it would jump into another one, and I'm like, yo, what the? Okay, up to the monster, and then like
Yeah.
usually by the third one, I'm out. Like by the fourth, I don't really get like a fourth dream. It's like a third dream, and then it finally like cuts out.
Yeah, I think I'll do the
Know what I'm
same, like
saying?
about 3 maybe.
Yeah.
Now, do you find when that happens, do you feel like you're kind of thinking about like something maybe different? And then that's what like what I was saying, like
Subconsciously,
subconsciously?
kind of, yeah.
'Cause,
But,
like-
but the dream that comes up,
you
It's-
weren't thinking of.
yeah, and I'm still kind of like thinking about something. I mean, it could be something similar, but it'll be like boom, it'll happen, and I'm like, yo, what the hell? This is a whole brand new world, you know? Like, okay, you know.
Yeah.
And then sometimes like you said, it's random, and I'm like, wait a minute, why am I thinking about fighting this? Like, I was just fighting a monster.
Yeah, like weird.
Yeah, weird shit, and it would mold. Like you would see it mold. Like I said, you would put the boots on. You're like, all right, I'm about to go play hockey, and then you're like, whoa, I'm flying now. You're like, oh, okay, all right, I guess I'm flying.
Yeah.
Because you know, in a dream, sometimes like you can control dreams, but like when you dream jump, you can't control it. It's not like you're like, all right, I'm gonna go back. Let me go fly back down and
Yeah.
put my hockey skates back on. No, once that dream's gone, it's gone. Like you said, it might come back, and then now you're back in like
Yeah.
you wake up and then go to sleep real quick, and then now you're a hockey player again. You know,
No, I had an instance of dream dropping jump.
dream
So,
jumping. Yeah.
Like mine is like so I get a lot of the where I think well, I know I'm dreaming. I wake up, I get out of bed, I'm like, oh man, that was a crazy dream. I go to the bathroom and then I hear news that my mom died and I start crying uncontrollably. And I'm like, wait, hold on, what? Wait, what? When did she die? And then it turns out that she died like a year ago. But I'm like, my mom's still living. I'm like, oh crap, I'm still in another dream. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I found out later I'm in another dream. It feels real.
yeah.
That's crazy. That I find crazy.
That's
though.
the worst. I mean, I'm not trying to
The
sound
dream
like a
dream sequence.
pussy, but have you guys
honestly.
ever woke up and kind of like you were saying, like screaming, but woke
Yeah,
up
that's
crying?
I've had that too.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
when you're
Yeah.
crying, but when you're crying, it's like an out of body. Like you're kind of like you're like looking at yourself cry, kind of like you're whimpering like a dog. You know, like a dog. They do that.
Mhm.
You're like doing that, but like you feel like you're like watching yourself crying, and then you finally wake up. You have tears on. You know it's real. Wow. It was like crying, but you still felt that moment that you were crying. That makes sense. Like you're still like, but you can
Not-
feel it. Like you can feel yourself crying. You can kind of visualize yourself crying.
No, I've woke up once, and I feel like this has happened here. I don't remember what caused it, but I woke up and I was crying, and I was like actually crying. Like it wasn't just
Yeah.
tears.
Yeah.
Like,
My
crawling.
diaphragm, like my whole body was on board.
Doing that.
It was like I was
post-traumatic-
actually, and then like you're like, what?
Yeah.
You wake
like,
up. You
sometimes
wake up
you don't
and
know what
see
you're
tears,
crying
And you're like sad, but you're like you're sad for like
5-10 seconds.
no, but like for me it'll go longer. Like I'll be sad for like a few minutes. I'm like,
Yeah, and then finally get your day started. You're like, all right, I gotta go to work.
and then your brain kind of like snaps out of it, and
Yeah.
you're like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah. Like, what
But,
they're doing, yeah, you're kind of like depressed for a few.
But like, man,
shit,
I'll have
I got
dreams that'll
responsibility.
ruin my mood for like hours.
Yeah.
Like so, like let me ask you this. All right, you know, like when you see like some horror movies or stuff like that, where like kind of like what you were saying. All right, so if your brain can't make a face of somebody that you've never seen, but have you ever
It happens
had?
anyway. It's the most weirdest thing.
But what, have you ever happened where like it's somebody in your mind, you know that's in your mind this is the person, but it looks like them, but it doesn't. Like you know how like in horror movies where it's like say it's like a copy of someone and there's like a sinister look to them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it's like say for example, say it was like your girlfriend or your wife, and it's like in your dream, you're like, oh, that's my wife right there, but it doesn't really look like her.
Feel like it.
Yeah,
But
but
it-
she's like wearing something to hide her face or something.
Like so, she's not acting herself.
Yeah,
So,
she's not acting
like your
herself.
brain would never like your brain in
Like her
actuality.
function, just her weight.
Sometimes it's
how
like
she
obvious
looks.
shit. Sometimes
Oh,
it's
it's obvious.
you're
It's
doing stuff and
usually-
it's like, yo, she would
But
never
in
do
your
that. What's
but
going
in your
on?
dream, you're like, oh, that's my wife,
Yeah.
right? But like in reality, you would be like, that's not my wife. It doesn't look like her.
Yeah, like
100%.
She's a
And
little
she would
taller,
never
a little
do that.
shorter. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you'd be talking, say like, okay, you're in your dream and your wife's there, and you're like, oh, babe, are we going to the grocery store? And she'll be like, oh no, like no, fuck you, I'm gonna go to my parents' house, or just as an example.
Yeah.
And then you're like, what are you talking about? And then like they walk by, and like you know, like that's not your wife, but in your dream, your brain's like, that's your wife.
Yeah, like a chameleon.
You know what I
like a
mean?
chameleon,
Doesn't
like
look like
form,
her,
Yeah, like shapeshift.
But it's like it doesn't, but it does. And then you're just like, what?
That's
And then you wake up and you're like, that was fucking stupid.
Yo, listen,
But you believe it still. Like you wake up and like for 2 hours, you're just like, why would she do
But
that
this
in
is-
my
this-
dream, even though you know it's not her?
yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like, so like, all right. So they say it's with the shadow people that you see
Yeah.
and or figures. Yo. Oh,
No, keep talking. Keep talking.
are you still on?
No, yeah, we're on.
Yeah, we're on. That shit was live. I made it live. I made it live. I farted live.
Started more like it.
It was
that
farted
shit was live.
paranormal activity.
Yeah, that was paranormal activity. It's about to get crazy. It's about to get paranormal.
What the fuck's that feeling?
Hold on, hold on.
Onyx,
So-
you've been quiet a little bit, man. What do
Hold
you
on
think
one
about
second.
all
Hold on, let me
this?
finish it. The
Your face on the camera, dude.
they like I said, some people think it's like spiritual, biblical, because spiritual and biblical is
Yeah.
kind of related in a way, but biblical. So some people think it's the seven.
Paranormal and biblical are very related.
Yeah,
like,
but
honestly,
they
super
think it's
related.
the seven deadly sins, and
No.
they see there's a shapeshifter, there's an old hag, the guy with the hat, the reaper, the little girl, the dome, the little gnome. He's a fat gnome. He has like red eyes. He sits on you. That's another. That's one is the main one. That's why they say you can't get up. They say he's always sitting on. And it's like another one I forgot. Um, but like dreams, like I don't know. I just feel like dreams are not just something where like okay, well that's just our brain connecting. I really think like spiritually we're supposed to see, and I think things like when you say like okay that's my wife, but damn, it doesn't really look like her. Like I can feel
She's
that
like
energy.
entities are messing with us.
Yeah, like yeah,
They can shape, these creatures can shapeshift.
yeah, say like because the shapes like that's the shapeshifter's
Yeah.
job. So now it's a shapeshifter. You know,
That's
like,
the word I was looking for. A
yeah,
shapeshifter.
shapeshifter.
Yeah.
Or like a skinwalker. You know what they say?
Skinwalker. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I had a old girl.
And a subject like that,
and-
when you,
and
that's,
she-
that's another subject, but yeah.
she was saying like when she was
that'll be
a
another
kid,
subject
she
for
used to see-
physical
yeah.
bits, but yeah.
She saw the old hag. Like old hag was one, and they always say like when you're a kid, you usually see the old hag because it's kind of like creepy. It's like your grandma, and it's like, oh, man, come on. But I just feel like all of them is relatable. You know what I mean? Like all of them are relatable. Like I don't know what the other ones, the other three do, but I know at the end of the day, like have you ever seen movie Watchers?
Sounds familiar.
And what's that girl name is? She was very famous. I mean, she's still famous.
Wait, is that the one where they're in the glass box?
Yes,
That shit was good.
So that's what you're talking about in the cryptids and
That shit was a good fucking movie.
what are they
Yeah,
called?
yeah.
The shapeshifters,
You talk about the skinwalkers?
skinwalkers,
Yeah.
skinwalkers, and that's what that. It is a great movie. Yeah, it's actually on.
Watch that in Port Pierce.
Yeah, that's a really good movie. Honestly, you would like that movie.
But it's weird because skinwalkers are a little different. Like you
That's
have
different. That's different.
you have different forms of, I guess, say monsters. Honestly,
Would you say Slenderman is like Skinwalker?
No,
Slenderman? No,
Slenderman?
Slenderman doesn't shapeshift.
He is
Slenderman is
shapeshift.
different. He's that's another, I guess, another entity, but that was made up by actually little kids.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a video game character.
Oh, video game character. No.
It came
Oh,
from a
you're right.
video
You're right.
game.
Yeah, video
And
game.
then
You're
who's
right.
Smiley? Is Smiley kind of like Slenderman?
Smiley. You talking about the guy with the knife? And they call him Jack.
Who remember you showed me a character and he like sits there and he like cries. That's Slenderman. And if you look in his eyes, he's-
Slenderman doesn't cry.
Oh no, that's Slenderman. No, you're talking about
yeah.
You're talking about this. This is he was a made copy. The creator of that creature was a big fan of skinwalkers. So because the skinwalkers they have very skinny white bodies, right? So you're talking about Shy Guy.
Shy Guy.
Yeah, Shy Guy was a copy of the skinwalkers, but that was made by the SCP. The creator of SCP cartoon or show. You know what I mean? You ever heard of SCP? The show? Yeah, so the guy who made Shy Guy, I'm sure, I don't know if anyone's watching, but that ever seen
Not
it.
Shy Guy from like Mario, right?
No, this is another one. This is Shy Guy. If like you see his
That guy
face, he will
chases
literally
you around.
come and try to kill you.
Well, Shy Guy's got the mask with the two big eyes, right, and the red hood on. Like in
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but Shy Guy is the guy that will literally come and try to kill you if you see his face. But the creator of that actually got inspired by skinwalkers. So just the body shape of him, of how a skinwalker is and the strength of a skinwalker. That's why he made Shy Guy. But skinwalkers don't act like that. Like if you see a skinwalker's face, he's not going to try to come kill you to the end of the world. You know what I mean? No, they do try to kill you. They're cannibalistic. But that's like another topic. We're the next topic we'll talk about is most likely with Bigfoot, Nessie.
Yeah. Let's do
Nessie,
that
which
now.
is the Loch Ness monster.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys want to talk about now or for another
No.
show.
No, we can do it now. I think we covered sleep paralysis and
Way heavily. I had nothing to add.
Oh wait, hold on.
and then we'll
Oh yeah, I wanted to hear your milestone, Alex. I know
paranormals
you
and
were
sleep
quiet
paralysis.
mostly.
Yeah. Also, hold on. Before Honest begins, I also want to. I looked this up, so I had to. Name is crazy. Ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca, yeah, that's a
I know what that
psychedelic,
is. That's
right?
a psychedelic
Psychedelic, yeah.
plant.
So they have they have retreats that you can go to.
Yeah.
My friend Marcus, he went to his retreat. One in
That's
Texas.
typically in South America, mostly like Brazil and the Amazon rainforest.
Yeah.
They drink that as a kind of hallucination.
Yeah, the one he went to was
Connect
Texas. The one
The
he went to was
spiritual
Texas.
aspect of it. Is that what it is?
Yeah, or
Essentially, yes. It's what
Yeah.
it's made for, but
Oh, talking about it so they hear you.
No,
they,
they hear
they
me.
can hear me.
Oh, they hear you. Oh, okay, cool.
but he went out there and that's what when he was out there, that's who he felt those like all the ones that I was, and this is stuff that he didn't even know I had like paralysis and all these demons. telling him about. When I started explaining him, he was like, "Bro, those are the." He was saying that it was one moment
Yeah.
where, because what they do is it's like they put you in a field and you're like stacked on each other, not stacked on each other, laying down. Like you have like your water, like your hallucinogen, you know what I mean, and you have like your blanket where you can relax, lay down. 10, 20 people. The guy will go around, ease your mind, relax you, little sprays or whatever in your face, and he relaxes you.
It's a way of grounding you to reality.
Yeah, and you're on the field, like you're field darkness.
Yeah.
He gets fired everywhere, kind of easing your mind. And he told me that he's seen seen or felt all of them, and he said all of them was frightening and scary. But he said at the end, he was in a white room, and he just felt like he was like this, like balled up, not saying a word, and paralysis, not saying nothing. He said he just felt this energy around him that like scared him more than the other ones. He was already frightened about the other demons and the shadows, and
Yeah.
felt this energy. Those shadows were scary. He was saying that he felt like that was God. Felt like he was in fear of his life, like he was really gonna die. But he also felt that it was just the power of him. That was the power of,
Yeah.
like that's what made you feel. He also felt scared, like he didn't feel that warm feeling. But he also was like, "Yo, I think that's just him telling me, hey, I'm here and this is my power. These demons ain't
Go
shit."
forward, Gabe.
You know?
Come forward a little bit.
And the guy woke up. He was,
Okay.
I guess he was, not waking up, and he wasn't moving. And the guy shook him and said, "Hey, son, you're gone too far. Up and go." Told him he was about to, and he goes, "Don't tell me." He's like, "That's for you. You to know. Right now, I'm watching you." Up.
Of course, yeah.
What is it derived from? Ayahuasca.
The plant.
Yeah, it's a plant. I don't know
Ayahuasca is
exactly
like-
what's in it, but I can tell you. I have it up right here. It says ayahuasca is a South American
Psychedelic.
psychedelic
You're right.
prepared from Banastropis and copy vines. Oh, some other stuff that I can't
So how do you
pronounce.
take it?
It's
I think it's a liquid
It's
form.
a liquid.
Yeah, like
It's brewed into a liquid
right,
form.
they mash it in, and then they go ahead, probably add liquid water, and then they pour it into a glass.
So something like this, you have to kind of do it with somebody, because if you do it by yourself,
He paid $2,000 for.
No,
like,
you're
a whole-
you
a
have
whole
you
week.
have somebody that
watch it, make
monitors
sure
you.
you-
Honestly,
yeah.
right, and he paid $2,000 for that.
It sounds like if you get
That's
to
a lot
if
of
you
fun.
go
Like
too
4 or
deep,
5
you could
days, like a
literally
whole week
probably
of
pass
him
away.
being-
Honestly,
Wait, so each day he did it?
Because you gotta, what I mean, you might not see it the first time.
That shit but I assume, can it like fucking like have residual effects? Can't you like it could give you like schizophrenia?
PTSD, probably. I mean, he told me he was pretty shook up, but he was also saying that people who can see,
From what I read, no.
he said people
There's no
that can
residual
see
effects.
those demons without that is really like heavy. Not sure if it's a good thing. I told him, and he was like, "Bro, for you to see those multiple times without taking any drugs or any," and he told me, he was like, "Hey, next time I go, I think you should."
Well, I know after Aaron Rodgers did it, he fucking sucks dick at
Oh,
football
he did
now.
it too?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
Wait,
He
what
came back
happened?
trash.
He did it. He came back trash.
He did.
The
I
football
don't know. I
player?
think it was ayahuasca. He did. He did one of those. It was either that or DMT is different, right?
Not sure what DMT is.
Anyway, he did ayahuasca, I believe, and like he did that after he was like really like fucking good in the NFL, and now he's like
Trash.
What, like
trash.
mentally fucked him or something?
I don't know. He's a little out there now.
That's crazy.
They said DMT is about the same thing, but it's like controlled.
Oh,
So it's like probably something that you can actually get credit for. Ayahuasca, they just be making that.
Well, let me say this to end the discussion on the paranormal one and talk a little bit more about cryptids. Basically, from my understanding, at least I did a lot of research on this. And just spiritually understanding as well. These are actual creatures, like physical creatures. These are more of the I believe spiritual demons, and I believe that these are spiritual demons that literally can manifest themselves in our dreams to try to having an agenda, of course, to try to literally kill us or fool us or whatever the case may be, or watch over us to make sure just to watch over us or whatever the case may be. So they're
I don't-
more of.
I don't mean to
oh,
cut
go
you
ahead.
off. If you're watching on TikTok, just know that you're on a separate stream. We can't see your comments from here. If you want to comment and be a part of the show, hop over to the Twitch channel or the YouTube channel. It's the same name. Blame it on the group chat. All right, go ahead. For the chat.
So-
I could-
so I can.
I got you.
If someone comments.
yeah. I'll tell you when they do.
So long story short,
Here,
this
I mean,
is,
can you, what's one of the questions?
There's none right now.
Like,
Look like somebody.
I think they all left after the.
No, but I think someone.
That's on TikTok,
No, that's what I mean.
but I can't see it on here. Oh, maybe I don't know. Can you log into TikTok on here?
looks like a couple.
I can log on my phone.
It looks like a couple people were talking.
Oh, jump.
Oh,
Oh,
On it, also looks like a couple people were trying to say some stuff.
oh, hold on. Oh, someone has a phone. Just take it out.
Oh, do you have a laptop or
No, you can do it on the phone.
Not here now.
Look at your phone.
I do this right there, but I'm not on.
Yeah,
I don't think
I
I
have
have.
it on TikTok. I think.
How are we part of the show and you don't follow us? How you don't follow your own shit?
So let me just say something real quick.
that's what I'm saying. You can't come on here and be like, I wish more people listen. Like, bitch, I
Wish
do.
more people came and y'all not even joining.
Josh, what do you want me to do? What do you want to do? Man?
Oh,
Honestly,
TikTok.
I'm just not like plugged in like that.
No, well, neither am I, but I do it for us, for the show.
Come on, man. You guys are tripping, bro.
Sure. I'm pretty sure I phone
Jump in the thing so we can read the chat.
So long story short, let me go ahead and finish it. What I
go
was trying
ahead.
to say that you know, these are actual spiritual demons that are able to go throughout cities, towns, you know, different parts of countries, you know, anywhere and everywhere, and to try to manipulate not only just one of us or a group of us, but the human race. These are actually, in my opinion, there are fallen, not the fallen angel, but the kids of the fallen angels, which are the giants that have passed away. So that is one entity of evil creatures, but they're just in spiritual form. So the next thing we're going to talk about is we're going to be talking about actual physical monsters that are actually still roaming around, who are also on the same wavelength of the demons. So
I
you know,
think-
long story short, it's just good versus evil. That's basically what it is. And when you really think about it, you know what I mean. And these cryptids that we're going to speak of now, the physical ones, are just on the same page.
I should be able
They're
to
on the
see it
same
on here.
team and everything. So
I'm not sure what y'all are drinking because I have not experienced a lot of that shit. What you guys spoke about,
that's fine.
I hardly dream.
Tell us about some of your experience, Onyx, before we move on to the next subject.
What all I had was
He said
sleep
he doesn't
paralysis. Aside from that, I don't really experience what you guys experience. I have lucid dreams. My dreams are either something from the past or something about to happen. Because I always have deja vu moments, typically.
Yeah, a lot.
But experiencing those moments where you're all in rooms and whatnot and seeing different things, I don't know. I think that's more your subconscious at playing on your anxieties and fears.
Yeah,
Could be
I think it's a little weird
something
that like all of us have like similar dreams. Like I've dreamed
Yeah,
in high
that's-
school
that's
or
weird.
college
I'm not
dream
glad
of
you-
trying to find a class. Like
I've never experienced
Yeah, and
that.
that's never even happened to me in real life, and it happens to me in my dreams.
But that's what I'm getting at. Your
I can see
subconscious,
myself like
your subconscious is a realm you have no control over. It plays on the anxieties, fears, any manifestation that you have that you may not even be aware of. It plays on your subconscious. And when you dream, you're at a more vulnerable state because you're not consciously aware of it. It's not your subconscious taking control. So, in that regard, I'm not sure if what you're experiencing is spiritual, just some kind of manifestation of your own fears or whatnot. I can't say. I'm not a doctor. I'm not in any way suited to answer that question.
All right.
But I
Well-
think honestly, it just comes down to your own fears. I don't dream of stuff because I don't have anxiety and fears of those nature. I don't exhibit that. All I have are moments of either past or one of the two. Rarely is it a dream of some nonsensical meaning to where it's just like, what the fuck was
I don't mean to cut you off, but we have I have TikTok pulled up now. So if you do chat and TikTok, I can monitor it. So I see Adriana joined. Welcome.
Oh,
Welcome.
yeah, what's up?
Welcome.
Hey, Jonah, thank you. Thank you for joining us.
All right, so let's go. Let's talk
So
about
physical
the.
criminals.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
know.
we just finished. If some of you weren't here, you witnessed the first portion of what we were talking about. We were talking about more spiritual creatures messing with individual dreams, stuff like that. And Josh touched on the some of the entities of how they may look, like the little girl. What do you say? The guy that sits on your chest and you can't breathe.
Yeah, he's like a gnome. So
Yeah.
like a garden gnome, or not even like a gnome. Like like the little goblins that they have, like some people have in their house, like statues outside the
They're
house.
gnomes.
Yeah.
Gnomes, yeah. Little demons and red eyes.
So that's all spiritual entities, and in my opinion, I believe they are the children of fallen angels, which were the past giants that passed away before after the flood. They still got a job to do, and their job is basically to break down humankind, basically. Now, and to mislead, of course. Now we're going to talk about more physical creatures. I think the first subject or first creature to talk on is I believe is
Bigfoot?
well, I was doing not big Bigfoot, but skinwalkers. So, what do you think on skinwalkers, Austin?
So, when you say skinwalkers, are you talking about like what do you think is the actual entity that is within?
Well, skinwalkers are more. They live in certain key locations. Skinwalker Ranch is one of their locations. That's a big paranormal activity place. A lot of people actually go and visit that area, and sometimes even camp out in some of the lands of the or surrounding areas of Skinwalker Ranch, which is pretty crazy. And that's something that honestly, if we ever get big enough, I would love to do with you guys. I'll be freaking awesome. Also, obviously, we're gonna take some guns. We ain't going with no guns. Fuck
You're
that.
gonna fight a spiritual entity with a gun.
No, just to experience it. You know what I mean?
The
Just experience it.
skinwalkers are supposed to be like a physical.
They're physical. But they're able to morph into animals, human beings.
Yeah.
They're able to manipulate different voices,
That sounds
change the vocal
more
cords, whatever the case may be.
spiritual isn't on that level. Spiritual is the
Well, you're talking about.
Paranormal activity.
If
Paranormal
that's the
activity.
case,
with
then
the creep-
paranormal is more along the lines of what we would understand.
Yeah.
Things
It's-
we can't explain things we cannot explain in our physical world that computes with our understanding.
Yeah.
It could be what we're dealing with potentially fourth dimensional, fifth dimensional that are interacting with a plane that we see as supernatural.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
Fair to say.
And that comes back to like that's basically paranormal. That's what it is. But and I understand. I agree with what you're saying with you have entities of dreams and then you have physical entities for sure. But I do believe skinwalkers can be killed instead of like as the spiritual realm. If you see, say, an entity that forms or a evil spirit, you can't shoot an evil spirit; they won't die. As the actual physical entities that are on the same team of these spiritual entities, you can kill. You can shoot them, blow their head off, or the case would be just like Bigfoot. I think Bigfoot is an actual creature, but they are forms of giants that are still alive to this day. So, and that's just my opinion. They're about the size between 7 to 10 feet tall. There are
You talking about
documents
the
of
skinwalkers?
no Bigfoots.
Oh, the Bigfoot.
There are documents out there of people claiming, you can look them up, that they have saw entities that look like a gorilla-like a man, being the height of 7 to 10 feet, and maybe even a little taller. So if you look into like for the Bible, for example, even after the flood, the Bible literally says that there's still giants, not as many, but there's still giants still alive on our in our world. So can the Bigfoot be that physical statement of what the Bible says? It could. It's a very possibility that they could be the remnants or the descendants of the giants that passed away after the flood, and that's a very good possibility.
That's a very far stretch.
Oh, again, I don't have all the facts. I'm just saying, like,
I get
it's it's a very strong possibility. You had cases of SEALs literally fighting. There was a giant in Iraq that they came across a cave and they got into a physical altercation with this giant that had red hair, And you can look up. It's on YouTube. You can type it in.
Are we sure?
And they were able to kill-
Scottish or Irish giant living in Afghanistan at the time, or something.
This is the story that the SEALs, they hide their faces, and this is what they claim. Now they could be scammers. They could be.
Is this from Anonymous?
No, look, you pull up on YouTube,
No,
and you
alright.
can see it. We get, and us as guys, I'll pull it up for you guys if you guys want to see it.
We
But
can do that. That'd be
long story short, yeah, just to
Keep-
show
keep
people,
it-
yeah, that'll be good.
keep
I
it.
just
Just
don't
put a
know if
link in the
We
description.
might get a copyright on it.
Put a link in the description.
We can put a link, yeah. We'll do a link for you guys so you guys can see it too. But long story short, how the story went is that there was
What
a
am I
team of
searching?
SEALs.
But giant.
SEALs fight a giant in Iraq. Red hair, yeah. So it was a team of SEAls that found this cave, and their mission was not even to find a giant. Their mission was completely something different. And unfortunately, a giant rushed
one
out of
was-
the cave, stabbed
it
one of
this
the
one?
soldiers, killed them. Yeah.
A seal.
I
A
got
Navy SEAL.
It was a SEAL team, I believe.
Okay.
But yeah, there's there's well, it was during the time of the war in Iraq.
Navy
Anyway,
SEAls
whatever.
go anywhere. It's why they're called SEAls.
Navy
Air-
SEAls.
I can pull up.
Navy-
I can pull up on my
the
phone.
branch they belong to.
I can pull up on my
That's
phone.
fine. We can just
stand for
talk
sea,
about it. It's
air, or
okay.
land. They go on any environment. They
But
stand in any environment.
basically, long story short, they were able to kill this giant. The government threatened the team of consequences. They spoke about it. They wrapped up the giant. They took it to either a government facility or where the case would be. But
yeah, Area 51.
everything was at least the government was trying to wrap everything up, and we're to a point where none of the information would get out. And unfortunately, I believe, well, fortunately, information did leak on YouTube. If it is real, it could be a scam. I don't have 100% proof, but I'll pull it up and hopefully we can post a link later on for everybody.
Honestly, I think it's bullshit. Not to say that.
And giants are another form of cryptids. So far we spoke on Bigfoot a little bit, giants, and
So the reason why
Skywalkers.
I say it's bullshit is that nowadays, especially in this modern era of technology and way of getting information out, that would have been exploded all over the web.
Thanks for liking the live, Rachel.
To be honest, thank
I
you.
mean, but they
But-
have documentation of them saying that they have
I
aliens, and
trust-
UFOs, and
But,
no one's still
that's different. That's different. At least
Yeah.
back then, there were more people coming out about UFOs.
like you would
I'm
think
more
people had guns on
inclined.
that, you know what I mean?
yeah.
But, I mean,
I'm more inclined to believe
it's
people
out
that
of our
are,
reach. That's
yeah, but I'm more inclined to believe the people of the past that actually documented because we actually have footage and stuff like that, as opposed to just someone around. Oh yeah, we shot Bigfoot in fucking Iraq. It's just it doesn't fucking make sense.
it wasn't Bigfoot. It was a
I know,
giant.
I
It's a
know,
different.
I know,
It's a
I
different
know.
cryptid.
I know.
Don't mix up the cryptids, you
No, no,
fucker.
no, that's not. But what I'm getting at is that I'm calling bullshit on it. I'm thinking that I don't know if it's the fluoride in the water that we're all fucking hallucinating and tripping balls,
All right, so it's right there.
or
Awesome.
if it's AI fucking generated.
Oh, okay.
I'm not denying the fact that these guys probably encountered something.
We got one of the followers of the channel, Rachel, says, look into the book of Enoch.
yes,
Yes.
But the Book of Enoch isn't canonically in the Bible. That's in the Ethiopian Bible, and that's something completely different.
Well, the Book of Enoch, they separated that book from the actual original Bible.
But it had no business
So-
being in there to begin with.
Well, in my opinion, it gave too much information. And I think it was a threat to
What?
the powers that be of today,
What?
of what they're trying to do today,
What?
of helping the devil. That's what it is. The same people that went against Christ are still ruling to this day. I'm not talking about the Pharisees or the Romans that ruled during that time that was going against Christ. I'm talking about their offsprings. The ones that are of their descendants are still ruling in our in White House in other countries or even Israel. They're still around. The offsprings are still around, and still moving towards the same goals that their ancient family members had.
I don't think that's the reality. I think honestly, it's just mankind moving in its own. Mankind is a species moving in its own direction. We manifest our own destiny, and we're the architects of our own greatest triumphs and our greatest defeats. Honestly,
Yeah.
So
You know that the royal family has a little bit of Roman in them?
Oh.
The royal
So
family.
Rachel's saying that-
Great Britain.
Rachel's saying
They
that
have a
there's
little bit
things hidden under the
of
Vatican.
royal Roman What's it?
Rachel's saying that there's things hidden underneath the Vatican that people have no idea about.
Yes, I agree.
And also-
I agree
But
100%.
those are all ancient documents that
Showing that there's a lot of things around the world show you giants actually exist.
Yes, yes. I agree 100%, Rachel. Thank you for giving more information on the podcast. That's really good.
Yeah. Thank you for
Thank you.
participating.
But anyway, the royal family does have a small bloodline of royal families from Rome. Is that a coincidence?
What does
There's
that have,
not.
but the question is, what does that have to do with anything now? How does that interact with our daily life now that affects us in any way, shape, or form? All I'm seeing is people just connecting dots in areas that really make no fucking sense. I understand what you're trying to get at, but have a logical explanation and have logical points that actually make sense, not just reaching at Bigfoot is related to the Nephilim or the Anunnaki, or somehow the Vatican is hiding shit
Yeah.
in the archives. I mean, there's all things in there. Sure, there's documents in the archives that hasn't seen the light of day. Sure. And probably never will, given the fact of our sensitive nature, how to rise up for the smallest fucking thing. And instead of seeing history from a realistic point of view of these were people at the time, this is what they saw, this is the way life was back then, and judging from our little high thrones in the modern era, thinking we know better. I mean, think about it. 100 years from now, you think our descendants are going to look at us like, oh, we were fucking backward idiots thinking the way we do now?
Excuse me.
You know, it's not our place to judge the past. It's not our place to freaking criticize them for what they did. They did what they had to do. Do I agree with it? No. Do I think they may have been lying about certain shit? Possibly. Were they all on acid? Probably, maybe not. I don't know. But honestly, I think a lot of this is just far-fetched nonsense. It's really distracting us from the main things in the present. It's just a way of distracting people from the current issues of what's going on now. Are there certain powers at play that are moving in a certain direction that seem ambiguous or kind of seems too... what I'm looking for here. Like it's almost geared in a certain way. It's just a possibility.
No, Onyx, I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. I understand where you're coming from, but you also have to look at it in the aspect like, what are the chances? So the chances are this: who are in control of the banking system now, worldwide, with everybody's currency?
Who's in
Which bloodline? Yeah,
Bloodline controlling
The Jewish.
banking system.
The Jewish, yeah.
the Jewish people.
Yeah,
Who-
that's what I think. I just didn't know if that's
Listen,
what you were asking.
Yeah, listen. Who condemned Jesus to the cross? You can say it.
You're walking a very thin line.
The Jews.
No,
Unfortunately, that's just what it is.
Okay, so
Now,
hold
I'm
on.
not condemning that Jews
Hold on a
are the
minute.
enemy. I'm not saying that at all.
I get you. But
You have good Jews and you have bad Jews. Just
Okay.
like you have good Christian, you have bad Christians.
You have good Muslims, bad
Muslims.
and
bad
I get
Muslims.
you, but
With
the
Jewish
thing.
people-
Unfortunately, you have a
Stand
corrupt.
up to that?
Listen, guys. Unfortunately, you have a corrupt organization within the Jewish community that are running things. They are the bad guys, unfortunately. Now, I'm not saying all Jews are
Don't
bad
say
guys.
it
No.
like that. Damn,
There's Messianic Jews. No, I'm not saying that. Messianic Jews are people who are actually people for Christ. They're actually on the right path with Christians. But then you have some Jews that are, again, ruling the banking system that are now on the right path.
Okay,
And
let me ask you.
they're doing things that are called usury with essentially our debt system.
That's
that
been
is
the
not
case,
good.
But the thing
But
is,
long story short, let me just tell you one more thing. I'm almost done. That is with the Jews. Now, what the funny thing is that let's go with the Romans. So the Romans did what? They had part with doing what with Christ, crucifying him as well. Now, are the Romans still in power to this day?
No.
Yes, they are. The Vatican. The Vatican holds a lot of power.
But you
They just hide it. They have more royalty rights and more power than all of the royal family in Great Britain. And royal family has more power than the Rothschild family and the Rockefellers.
well,
That goes to tell you something that why do these two entities that their bloodlines came from the same bloodlines that went against Christ are the most powerfulest entities in the world today?
All right, let me.
Makes you wonder, right?
No,
Weird.
no,
Is that a coincidence?
no.
That's what I'm saying. You got to open your mind, Onyx. I understand where you're coming from, but you have to open your minds. Wake up,
Okay.
Onyx. Wake up.
Okay, so let me get this straight.
Yeah.
So the Catholic Church which is not a government. It's an entity. It's a religious based entity that runs itself.
Yeah, sorry
that is
about
separate,
that. Get the code.
That's
log it on
completely
my
separate from the
laptop.
Roman Empire. It's completely
Hold on.
separate.
What happened?
No, you're good, man. I'm just talking to
Oh, did they get all that, or did
she
they?
saw my face pop in all big because I had to get the security code for my phone.
Oh,
Sorry about that. I wanted to log in to my account on the laptop, but I was having issues.
Oh, before you talk on it, and Young, I'm gonna let you. I want to hear what you have to say. I just want everybody to know we had our first hater. We just started, and we had our first hater. I'm not gonna say any names, John Doe, but I'm just happy about that. So yay, first hater of the show.
More than that. A lot of silent ones, couple vocal ones.
Yeah, he made it. The that he made he.
Well, he wasn't.
He assumed.
didn't
He
listen.
assumed. He
That's
didn't
the
listen.
problem. It's
Yeah.
like he commented on something that wasn't even said.
Yeah.
So like,
That's fine.
That's
Everybody's entitled to their
okay.
own opinions.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go ahead.
yeah,
Go ahead,
yeah,
Onyx.
he
You
did,
can go
yeah,
ahead
he was
and
saying-
He didn't understand
He
what
didn't
was being
understand,
said.
yeah.
He thought the exact
He
opposite.
assumed- he assumed
Yeah,
exactly.
he kind of agreed with you. He was
Yeah.
tight. Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird.
He,
Yeah.
he just automatically came on and was just like, "I'm gonna hate these guys. I hate them
Yeah,
so
fuck
much."
these guys.
Yeah, in reality, you were saying exactly what he was saying.
Especially fuck this guy.
That's crazy. Because I read that comment, I'm like, "Yo, that's what he's saying." I think he was just, I don't know. Some people
Nah,
just,
yeah, some people just hate.
just hating, like, "Oh man, this guy, I don't like how he looks."
I want to hear what Onyx has to say about what my counter. Go ahead, Onyx.
Yeah. So you're stating that the Catholic Church has. I'm not saying that they haven't had issues in the past. They haven't done things in the past that were shady. For whatever reason, that's just man using power to benefit his. But to say that it's a bloodline that controls it, how is that even possible when the Pope is elected from different fucking factions? I mean, it's not like they're having sex and having kids and their kids are taking over the Vatican. It's not. It's not how the Vatican works. They vote on who their fucking Pope is going to be. That's what the whole College of Cardinals is about. Second, the whole banking system. That's been the case since banks even became a thing. It's just, it happens to be that the Hebrew people, in every denomination, in every place they've ever been to in history, you look at Spain, France, Germany, England, they were hated on because they were the most prosperous of their time. Why? Because they chose vocations that typically dealt with finances. Like, a lot of people don't understand that the whole reason why the Templars were betrayed was because the French crown was in debt to not only the Templars but the Jews because of how much money they were using. They were in debt to them. The only way to freaking eliminate that threat is to either exile, kill them, and take their assets. So that's typically what happened. When power amasses too much in one area, there's going to be some kind of counter system to it to kind of.
Don't want the incidents that happened with the Friday the 13th with the massacre
It just
of
happens
the
to be that they all
Knight
opened-
Templars.
Yeah, but the whole thing of that is it's different. It's stupid.
Yeah.
They all.
What's going on, Raxus?
The thing is that
That was more of gaining more power though, because they were afraid that the Knight Templars were going to take over. Honestly,
well, it wasn't that. It's
they were
just-
very liked by the people at the time.
It wasn't that.
No.
It wasn't that at all. It's just the Pope at the time was in debt to the Templars. They held the most influential power financially,
Yeah.
and they were a dynastic medieval order that really transcended boundaries across all nations
Yeah.
at the time. They were the most powerful threat in Christendom that rivaled the Pope.
Yeah. Well, that's
So
what I mean.
in- so in that
We're-
regard-
we're agreeing to what you're saying. Yeah.
But the thing is, to say that the Vatican,
You got to remember, a tree could form an army of branches. Yes or no?
the what?
A tree could form an army of branches. Yes or no?
Yeah, but I have to. But what are you getting at with that?
So a bloodline, that's how a bloodline works. It's like a tree. When
Okay.
they plant seed is planted and the tree starts to form, it starts to form the trunk of the tree and it starts branching out.
I get you, but that's just. But
But look how many years have passed since Christ. 2,000 years. That's a big ass tree. Well, two
Okay.
big ass trees.
Okay,
I'm talking about
fine.
two bloodlines.
Okay, but
If
But
you
what
don't think
blood-
that they can't rule the world, bro, you're mistaken. I'm saying.
I'm
I'm not saying it's just them. There's other bloodlines helping them, obviously, because they have the same
But the
agenda.
thing is, what
But-
bloodlines are you?
The ones that hate Christ. That's just how it is.
The world was the one that hated. You understand
Yeah.
that, right? Because his method of forgiveness, his method of teaching. Okay,
At the
so,
time,
so let me put it this way: what religion has expanded to the lengths that it has through word of mouth, in which its people are condemned to die because they believe it, and spread as far as it did, despite that fact? That says more about the teaching. It says more about the teachings itself than about the people itself. That means that who's willing to die for a lie? If you're being tortured to death, saying, "Oh, you believe that your brother is, I don't know, an alien from Mars,"
Mhm.
how many people would die for that truth, just from word of mouth? If you're being tortured to death, how many people would spread that knowingly that they're going to die? a lot of people will renounce that faith. So, oh no, it's all bullshit. I lied. Whatever the fucking
Of
reason.
course, yeah.
To save their own souls or to save their own skin.
Yeah.
A lot of these people didn't. They went to their deaths
Appreciate
knowing,
you. Appreciate you watching, Raxus. He says he loves the topic.
yeah, knowing that
On YouTube, we got somebody on YouTube watching. We're all over. We're on Twitch.
Yeah,
YouTube,
we're worldwide.
TikTok.
Thank you, man. Love you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, dude.
Did he just join or?
Yeah, he's commenting on YouTube.
Okay, just let them know we're talking about paranormal
Appreciate
activity
the love,
and cryptids basically.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
We're branching off a little bit, but I guess this would be like another topic,
is,
a religion topic for next time for sure.
so,
We'll go ahead on.
So
Just
to
go
bring it
finish
back
up.
to the original, it's that I don't believe that
Take
there
a leap.
are.
Keep going.
Go for it. I don't believe that there are bloodlines in play that are controlling certain. I think it's just people being.
I
people.
believe so,
I
yeah.
think it's just human nature. It's either the good within us or the evil within us that we act on. And power is very seductive. You're in that position, have control. It's very easy to do things that typically you wouldn't do if that avenue wasn't.
Yeah, facts.
And I don't think the Catholic Church is one of those. I think the Catholic Church is trying to adapt to it's trying to make religion more of a convenience. Trying to spread its faith
Yeah.
the way it did at the time, the way in Jesus' time, it spread through word of mouth. They're trying to convince people that, certain things are beyond your control. Leave it at that. All you can do is what you're going to be a good person or the whole thing of cryptids, of Bigfoot and freaking other powers in play and also it's a way of distracting you from where do you with yourself, creator, with God. And honestly, I really don't really have much else to say on that. It's too convoluted, I think, to say that
Look,
our own government is even controlling things. I mean,
Yeah.
sure, the governments are there to play their part. We have to have some kind of law-abiding system. Now we're going to go back to just having tribalism, fighting amongst each other, amongst factions. It doesn't work that way.
no.
It can't work that way anymore. You're seeing what's happening in America now and in Europe, where people are fighting against each other because why? It's not just that. It's
Well,
cultural
well,
identity shifts.
We're
Yeah, but it's mostly religion.
But
People are in the street.
It has nothing to do with religion. I think it's identity
is.
culture clash, but that's a different topic.
No,
So
but
I
it
understand
is
how
Yeah,
has to
it's
do with
we're
religion.
jumping around
It
a
is
little
has
bit.
to do with religion. Islam. What's Islam? Islam's
I get you, but I'm
it's
not.
definitely religion. You can't add all the riots and stuff and not say religion. That's mainly what it is.
Exactly. There's gonna be things we're gonna find out we can't wrap our heads around. Honestly,
Well, one thing is this, like Alex, what you just said, I'm not disagreeing with you. I agree with the portion
we're
with,
saying
with what
ban
you-
this guy. Why should we ban him?
I'm-
Mark Prince.
Oh, so I'm saying that I agree with the portion where you can't, control. You can only control
Yeah.
what is going on in your life. Now we can't control.
Someone's saying to ban someone.
Guys, we can't control what's happening around us. I understand, and I agree with you 100%. We can't control that. You can only control what's going on in your life. But what I disagree with you with is you truly don't believe that there are entities in play or that are already set up since Christ that are bringing that down for all man. You don't believe that. I do. And there's strong possibilities of why I believe that. But again, that'll be another topic. And again, I don't want to keep going down to this rabbit hole. This would be another topic for another session or another episode.
Yeah, we'll
We'll talk
do that.
more on what we believe on the ruling bloodlines that are happening now, and talk more on the subject of Bible scriptures and so forth.
that's fine.
But right now, let's get back to talking about like cryptid. I think we kind of like
Yeah, so
ran
so-
off the road a little bit.
Yeah. So anyway,
Religion.
I'll just hit it with
Yeah.
a quick blanket
you brought it
statement.
up. You
So
brought up bloodlines. You're being too blanketed. You have to be more specific. But
No,
we'll
but
get-
the
we'll get to that later.
bloodline had to do with the subject that we were talking about. We kind of like jumped off a little bit. Yeah.
So for me, I like when it comes to things that are like kind of like myths or legends, right?
Yeah.
So like to me, he's a PDF.
Wait, what did he say?
What is that? He's a fucking a visual file. What does that fucking mean?
Wait, me or who's the
No, it's Dark Prince saying that Rock's like, who cares, dude? Just shut up. Listen.
So like with Bigfoot,
Yeah,
like where are like the most sightings that people report?
for Bigfoot.
Yeah, is it Northwest Pacific?
Yeah, I think it's near the wilderness near like New York City, but not. Yeah,
Oh, so it's
New York
northeast.
City. Yeah,
Just look it up
exactly.
on Google and see where the most
I could, yeah.
Bigfoot are.
Also, Canada has a lot of Bigfoot sightings as well. At least on near the borderline. of it.
Honestly,
yeah.
I think that's just part of the urban collective.
There's different locations. It's not like a prime location. And I use Skinwalker Ranches. There's multiple locations. Yeah, there's multiple locations.
Different areas. So
Yeah,
this
Washington,
Yeah.
California,
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Florida,
One-
Ohio.
right,
You know,
one
he's
bear-
all over the
It's all
fucking
over.
place.
You know what I mean? It's probably multiple Barefoots
If
that.
Bigfoot exists, this fucking guy gets around.
tall and ass. Tall and ass.
Well, he's located in a lot of the deep wooded areas in our nation, and also in Canada as well.
Yeah, I personally believe.
Yeah.
I think
There's been
I
documented
think
sightings and everything.
I think
Pictures, also pictures blurry, but still pictures.
in all facets, like I think a lot of people will see things that don't have document that I think could be true, and just because no one else has seen them doesn't mean it hasn't happened. I don't think that's hard. You know, if it's maybe it's a creature that does. I mean, there's fucking things in the ocean.
Yeah,
We discover species in the ocean,
Yeah.
in the
Crazy
Amazon.
creatures.
And I get you, but at
All
least
the
we
time.
at least the thing is we're finding physical evidence of it at some point. Bigfoot, there's no true physical evidence.
But it doesn't mean that
Even in
it
this
doesn't
day-
exist, though. I mean,
Yeah, but the fact that you have hundreds of people coming out saying that, you know, they've seen creatures the size of like 10 feet tall, the size of Shaq,
Okay,
walk around in a monkey suit,
okay.
or having hair, you know, not even
No,
like
I get you. Okay,
look physically real.
Okay, so
You can't deny that. You know, you can't be like, oh, that's bull crap, and then the next 100 cut
I'm
that
not
comes
saying
up,
that, but
oh, you're bull crap. You know, I don't know.
I'm not
There's
saying
some
that.
truth to what they're saying. That's
There
all I
is
gotta
some
say.
truth, yes. There's always
Yeah.
a facet truth to some lie. But the thing is that at what point do you disseminate from fact from fiction? Because a lot of things get embellished over centuries. Bigfoot as a phenomenon that's only been around for what 100-something years. That's kind of more of an American phenomenon.
No, there's been actual accounts from document accounts from the 1800s of men literally going to battle with these things. Indians as well. They speak on going to battles with,
Is it like the
with
100
creatures
guy
that were
versus the
hairy and
Wolfhound?
giants.
What the fuck is this?
No, I'm not joking with you, Onyx. Like you could look this stuff up. and
I'll
you-
have to look it up, but
yeah. Now they don't have picture evidence because back then the picture qualities, the picture probably weren't even existing at that time
pictures
period.
existed around.
But it was
1890s,
more verbal.
and that's all we have.
Oh
All
yeah.
we have is verbal, and the thing is, how much of that is
Well, Onyx, what
embellished?
I'm trying to tell you is that you're going to go down the line of many years of documentations of what at least of what we have. It may not be extreme proofs. It could be, you know, but everybody's saying literally the same thing of what this creature looks like. Literally, these people don't even know each other,
I got
and
you.
they go around and say, "Oh, you're wrong, you're wrong, wrong, wrong." That's a little crazy.
Let me put
Onyx.
it this way: I'm more.
You know what I mean?
I'm more inclined to believe stories between the ancients of talking of a common theme like dragons. Every culture in our collective history, from China to Mesopotamia to Egypt,
So you're saying
to,
dragons are real?
they all speak of it.
Yeah, it's another
They
form
all,
of
but the thing is, they had no contact with each other.
yeah.
But there seems to be a collective history there
I agree.
that
Yeah.
we all share a common consensus. So, as a historian, what lines up? What is the most consistent truth we have?
Mhm.
That seems to be the most common consensus truth, that they all speak of the same thing. So on that level, that has to be true. There's something there that we're missing. We don't understand because we're too far forward in time. We don't understand. But to say Bigfoot, oh, that's like me saying I see a pink-headed giraffe in that fucking corner right there, and I say it, and then I pass to someone else. Oh yeah, I see it too. Everyone else eventually wants to be part of something. Oh, I want to jump in the bandwagon too, so I see it too.
Yeah, but I understand what you're saying, but these are stories from 1800s as well. So
But I get you.
that kind of denies what you're saying. You know,
But,
it
on the
doesn't-
same,
yeah.
but if you take that same thing, right? So like you won't see a dragon now. No one's saying they see dragons now. So like to me, Bigfoot could just be something that didn't exist back then. It could just be something that came way later. It could have been something that came around 1800s. No one's saying they see fucking dragons now.
It's like dinosaurs.
You know what I'm saying? So I think
That's what I'm getting.
I think it's something that probably does exist. It might be something that doesn't want to be fucking seen.
yeah.
Bigfoot could be a fucking skinwalker. We don't know.
Not possibly, but the thing
We
is,
don't know. I mean, we don't know what it is. There's people that say that Bigfoot is something that is a. This is another thing people say. I don't know if it's necessarily true, but they say like what is it? The Gigantopithecus.
oh,
Yeah. It's
Some people say they think
the
that
prehistoric
people saw that.
giant monkey. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a gigantic monkey.
Yeah.
They were saying people probably saw that and thought it was it, but I think people see it now and probably.
Yeah,
The Gigantopithecus
It actually
was
existed.
real.
Yeah.
well, it was.
His head is like this big.
Like, did you watch the new Jungle Book? Like the real life? Did you see that?
Giant, giganto. So
Oh, she's
giant,
trying to tell you.
GIAN.
Yeah, I've seen it. That has to do with that creature. Yeah.
He's in the.
Yeah, he is in it.
He's in the new.
You're absolutely right.
AN.
Yeah. So anyway, so for that, I believe it's. I
Still wrong,
believe
but yeah.
it's true. I believe it's been seen.
So what you're saying is that sightings of a giant gorilla could be possibly that prehistoric creature.
I think. I
Like
think
the
sightings
possibility.
of that back then could have
Yeah.
been, yeah. But how do you explain the ones today?
But what you're
I-
saying is that he's still alive.
I think
Yeah.
as I get older, especially now with the crazy shit that happens in the world, I don't necessarily. There's things that for sure happen that we'll never see evidence of because
Yeah.
people that have it don't want us to see it. So because
Oh,
of
yeah,
that,
of course.
I believe that there's things that are real that there's not much evidence of just because it's not there.
Yeah, facts.
I don't think it's. I don't think everything has to have a 2 + 2 = 4 fucking answer. I
Yeah.
really don't.
That I agree with.
I
That's
don't.
true.
I
I
agree.
don't think that.
I agree.
But the thing is,
100%.
I'm more inclined to believe that the government has stuff from the Roswell crash landing as opposed to Bigfoot. It's just we have more evidence of it that we can actually record. And Bigfoot is just, I feel it's more of an American and urban myth that's called. That now as a culture, that's a thing. Like in Hispanic culture, El Chupacabra
Yeah.
is a thing that's amongst Hispanics. But in America, it's not really a thing. It's not really a collective identity.
Well, the chupacabra is fucking is more so part of that geographical
But that's what
area.
I'm getting at.
So Bigfoot's
Well,
kind
it
of
could-
like
it could
North
be-
America.
But that's what I'm getting
And
at.
again, it
Some
could be about
things-
animals. Animals, there's certain animals like elephants, lions, and tigers.
Dragons fly.
Where do they
so
live?
could be anywhere.
Lions and elephants live in Africa. Tigers live in what was it? Asia.
Asia.
You have
Europe.
wolves that live in America. You know what I mean? Parts of Canada. So can it be the same way as these cryptids, where they have their own geographical landmarks? Nessie, the Loch Ness monster.
If their whole
She's
biological
in
makeup, yeah.
she's in Europe, correct?
You're assuming it's.
I want to say the area.
Oh.
I think the area that was originally
Yeah.
believed to be in was where in Scotland,
Yeah.
right?
Which one?
It wasn't the Loch
Scotland,
Ness
yes.
monster
Yeah, you're
supposed to
right.
be in Scotland?
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. So another thing with that is there's shit in the fucking
But
ocean.
you know
We
what's
have no
funny is
idea.
in the
you know?
Amazon, they're saying that they found the same creature or the description of her, that creature, with the fins, the long neck. They found them in the Amazon as well. So that's a possibility as well, where they might have two locations.
They might have been drinking too much. Oscar.
No, it's just these aren't again. We don't have solid evidence. We're just a group of guys here. That's why you blame everything on us when we get it wrong.
You can blame it on the group chat. You can-
Yeah, you blame us. But long story short, we're going off of accounts. We're just going off of accounts. We're not making. And again, people who are watching, we're not just making bullshit up. But we're going off of accounts of what people said.
We're
you
kinda
know,
making bullshit.
no, we're not. No, we're going off of accounts of what people said. Now, there are documentation again with like I told you, in the late 1800s, where literally cowboys and even other incidents that happened where Indians were fighting creatures that they call very hairy and very big. So and they have the same storyline, but they don't even know each other. Those two forms of warriors don't even know each other. Like they never even bumped into each other. They fought them on different locations in the United States. So we're talking about stuff like this. It's not stuff that we just made up and said, "Oh yeah, a cowboy fought Bigfoot on the mountain." No,
But the
you know what I
question
mean?
is, where are you finding your information from? In order to bring stuff like this to light, you have to have some kind of credible source. You can't just say, "Oh, I heard it from this, where I read it this, where." And then you're pulling shit out. You're putting the rabbit out of your ass.
Oh, I
I'm
agree
not
with
saying
you.
it to insult you or say what you're saying is bullshit. But you have to have some kind of credible source in which you're pulling this from.
Yeah.
But if you're just saying, "Oh, I read this somewhere," and you don't have any evidence, then it's just you just saying shit to say shit.
Mhm.
We're on YouTube.
Oh yeah, we're on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok.
Well, next episode, I'll definitely what I'll do is get a list of the shows. I'm not shows, but what do they call them? What do they call them?
Documentaries.
Documentaries. There you go. I will get a list of documentaries for our viewers,
Okay.
and just to show it. Now, again, even documentaries are not. It's not going to say that it's solid proof, obviously, but this is just information that when we say stuff, we're getting information from the documentaries that we watch. That's all I'm saying.
That's fine.
You know what I mean? And I'll grab the list for the viewers so they can be able to see it, and they can go and watch it themselves, and then they can be the judge of what they believe if it's real or not.
That's
you know
fine.
what I mean?
Yeah. So another thing I'll say is
That'll be for the next episode. I'll bring that for the next episode.
so for like the whole thing with aliens. I believe aliens are
That's
real.
another
And
cryptid,
some
yeah.
exactly. So I definitely believe aliens are real. I
The
just
Miami
believe,
one, the Miami invasion. You remember that?
Talking about the recent one
The,
with
the Bayside.
yeah, but they're not sure about
Yeah.
that though.
They said that beings that were really
You remember
tall
that when like it was
and
like,
black came out of portals, aliens, and literally stood in the middle of the. If you go to Bayside in Miami, there's giant the malls. There's like a giant alley in the malls, like that you walk down from stores side to side.
from
They
Bayside
came
Park.
out. People
Right.
claim,
Right.
yeah,
Downtown.
Bayside, yeah, in Miami. They claim that these entities came out of portals, walked out of portals, stopped, and just stood there for like literally 15 minutes. People literally saw their face and everything.
They called like all
Cried out, and people
Miami
ran
Dade, Broward
out of
was there,
the
like,
mall,
sheriff.
calling 911. Yeah.
Everybody was there. They had like 100 cars on
The
there.
cops went there and everything. It was, and the way the government was handling it, or the local officials were handling it, was super, super shady. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, but they did.
They said it was a riot, and it wasn't a riot.
Yeah, they said
They
it
They
was.
said a group of
They said it was
kids,
gunshots.
group of
They
teens
said there were
fighting.
Two kids like fighting. shut
The
up,
story, yeah,
fireworks.
they kept messing up the stories. Even the cops themselves kept messing up the stories of what they were trying to say.
That's what I'm getting at. Is that there's no consensus to what the story is. I think it's just not people just fucking hallucinating on drugs, being drunk, or some other bullshit. There has to be some kind of concise story that matches up amongst everyone that actually witnessed it. That's
Well,
a
Onyx.
that's a first account testament.
I know. I understand what you're saying. There was people who went to YouTube who were at the even some people even broadcasted were at the Miami Mall themselves, and they literally saw the entities. The mall, yeah, Bayside, yeah. The Bayside
I've
Mall.
been to Bayside many times in my life. Trust me, I know what that place. I can walk it blindfolded.
Yeah, yeah. Did I say it right? Bayside.
Bayside. Yeah, Bayside.
So at the Bayside Mall, these people will post stuff on YouTube, not even knowing each other, and they would say the same account that they saw.
I think it's.
How's that possible? These people don't even know each other. They're saying the same thing that they saw.
You don't need.
I'm not saying it's not. Again, we don't have 100% facts of what we talk about, but I just find it fascinating how that comes to be. You know what I mean? That there's some truth to it. You know what I mean? That's all I'm gonna say.
I think there are some people.
Would you agree, Austin? Or
I
No,
think
I agree with it. What I was trying to say earlier is, I think the only thing that makes aliens different from, like, say, Bigfoot or Loch Ness Monster and shit like that is the government can use that to, like, disguise, like, technologies being tested by the government and just be like, oh, it was aliens. Because they don't want their enemies to know what type of technology they have.
I'm more inclined to believe
I
that.
believe it's.
that actually makes sense.
So here's
What
the
you
thing.
just said.
It's aliens.
No, that's a possibility.
But here's the thing.
No, I'm not saying it's true, but it's a possibility.
So aliens, I believe, exist, but I also believe.
Well, let me say this because I know how Onyx is. You remember when
Really?
I think it's the B-2 bomber, right?
Wait, what'd you say?
You know the B-2 bomber, the one that is the
I know what
triangle.
that is, yeah.
Okay, for years people thought that was a UFO. For years,
Well, yeah.
and even the government not saying anything, low key having news channels coming online and saying the same thing, that possible UFO.
Why would
Then years later, they finally came out saying that we have created this and we have this type of technology, and the world was amazed by it.
Why?
What Austin just said is a very strong possibility that we have things that are far beyond that now. Look how many years have took place since the B-2 bomber. That was amazing technology.
Yes, Gabe. But the thing is, why would the government announce to the world that it
its own secret weapon. That's
They
like
announced
saying,
the B2 bomber later on. They did it later on.
But
But
why
they can announce it later in 10 years from now. They could say, "Oh yeah, we have teleporting technology." Then we're like, "Oh yeah, remember the Miami incident with teleportation?"
And that's fine.
There you go.
But there's only certain things they'll let you know. They have shit that's so much further advanced that no one knows about.
Yeah.
The B2 bomber is like
It's not that.
is like a car now.
No, but
compared
at
to
the
what
time,
they have.
at the time, it was
I'm saying,
amazing.
so that's why
Yeah.
now it's common knowledge.
Yeah.
But I also think they use alien stuff to like distract the public, like during times of like controversial shit in the media as well. Because some people, not me, some people will be like, "Oh damn, fucking aliens and this and that," and then they forget about the other shit that's going
That's
on.
what I was getting at earlier.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
used
But I
as-
think it's a mixture of everything. I don't think there's one whole answer to it. Like,
Yeah.
But like for
It's
instance,
something, that's for sure. It's not like it's nothing. You know
So
what
a
I
few
mean?
months ago, there was a shitload of weird sightings in New Jersey area, which is I think the number one in the country for like those types of sightings is New Jersey.
in Jersey.
But there was like everyone had seen them. Like it was like they said it was like the size of an SUV, and it was like hovering above where you could see it.
Yeah.
So I think these are like things that are being tested.
It was an Italian Guido.
I think they were being tested like technology being tested.
You're probably right. It could be a form
Kidding,
of
kidding.
military testings, and they're doing it in public eye just to see how we react. Honestly, possibility.
I
Yeah.
don't think it's to see how we react. It's just there's only so much airspace that can actually do this, and but they want to test it over probably urban environment to see how it reacts with picking up.
I'll say one thing. Now, there's some incidents that take place that where YouTubers have literally filmed it, and you can see it happening. There was a guy, I forgot his name. He was a Spanish individual or Middle Eastern. He worked on a ship. I think they were catching fish or whatever the case may be, but you can see it. And again, that'll be part of the list that I bring of the documentations of stories that we're talking about. You know what I mean? I just don't have the information now.
Yeah.
But for our viewers, you've probably seen it. He was maybe a fisherman, I think it was. But as the ship will travel late at night, there will be these sounds that he will hear, and he will see these creatures, almost like dolphins, like kind of swimming, but he knows that they're not dolphins. And he will yell out to them. They'll make weird noises, and he even threw stuff like a dead fish towards them, and they throw it literally right back, which means could be the form of sirens, which is another cryptid, or dolphin. I mean, not dolphins, but sirens, or as we call in the modern term,
Mermaid.
mermaids. Yeah,
Yeah.
Sirens and mermaids are two completely separate things.
they say sirens and mermaids are the same. So,
I think it's kind of morphed to our fairy tale like.
yeah, mermaids are just more of a modern terminology.
Something that's prettier for
Yeah.
fucking TV.
I think mermaids have always been ugly, honestly. Yeah, but they just made it, and Disney used it as to make them look beautiful. But pretty much, I think they have always been ugly. And maybe they could morph just like the skinwalkers, where to try to call out to fishermen to come into the water and they eat them because they're man eaters.
Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah, she also has sex with men to have their offspring in the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Collective urban.
Honestly, movies kind of show the truth. Well, I'm not saying that it shows the whole truth, but it's like subliminal messages. You know what I
It is
mean?
raining, yeah. Started rain.
But it's like subliminal messages. You know what I mean?
I think it's just movies just play on urban myths and legends. They take it and they extrapolate on. It's
Oh, that's true. That you could be right about that. That's true. You could be right about that. But also it could be that they do it for subliminal message too. You never know.
Who knows? They could be.
There's so much hidden agendas going on that's like freaking crazy.
I mean, I believe a lot of that type of shit. I just feel like there's no reason not to. I don't think it
Are any of our reviewers saying anything or no?
No, not right now. I don't believe it takes away from your character to just believe like there's a possibility. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, dude, there's so much crazy shit now. Like, is it like there's a whole fucking island with all these bigwigs that go and
Yeah.
fuck kids, and now the list doesn't
Yeah.
exist. Like anything's possible.
And what's funny? If someone told me a story like that, I'd be like, I wouldn't believe that. I'm like,
Well,
what?
I'm-
Billionaires are fucking little kids on the island? What the hell are you talking about? I'll be like that. But now it's like, now that you hear, you're like, wow, that actually happened. You know what I mean? like crazy. You
But
know
the
what I
thing
mean?
is, why wouldn't you believe that? If you look at human history, if you
Because you wouldn't think that the people who lead countries and who are in power are doing this to humanity. You wouldn't.
Why?
Well, I believe it now because it actually happened. I'm just saying.
I think there's good and evil, and I with what you were saying earlier.
Yeah.
But you guys were like fucking Dragon Ball Z going at it, so I couldn't even get a word in.
Vegeta, Goku.
No, it was like I think there's good and evil, and I think that fucking like
that's just
right now a lot of the evil is in charge of the
Yeah.
way things go in the
But
world.
again, that plays
So
on-
you
that
agree with
plays
what
on
I'm
my
talking
point.
about?
I do agree with that.
I was agreeing on my point.
Wait, what?
It's up to us to decide. Everything else is fucking more or less bullshit.
Oh, but he just said that he believed that there's entities that are right.
I believe that the people that pull the strings in the world
Yeah.
is
Just like I said.
are on the side of evil.
Yes, I agree. 100%.
And I feel like right now they have like the majority of the control over the people in the world, which is why
Agreed.
you see so much fucked up shit.
But that's
now.
because people allow it.
But the forces of like Satan and shit
Yeah.
So what?
are they provide the temptation
Mhm.
to alter your mindset and your being, and they change the fabric of the world.
Yeah.
And
facts,
that's fine.
facts.
I mean, Jesus said that himself. Who rules the world?
Because if you believe in Jesus and God, you have to believe in Satan.
yeah,
Of
yeah.
course, you can't have
You
one
have
without
to.
the other.
Yeah.
So, and I think like if
Almost
you,
like the yin and yang.
and like if you inherently if you believe
Yeah.
in like religious stuff like that, it sounds supernatural, which it is.
It is,
And
the
so
Bible
you
mentioned it.
have to be open to believing other shit, even if there isn't
Yeah.
like empirical evidence, like a ton of fucking evidence.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, it doesn't make your case strong. Like, I will never go to someone and be like, I'm gonna fucking tell you why Bigfoot exists.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not gonna do that. But I'll tell you that I believe he does.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, all we're doing is, again, this is going back to what I was saying. And again, Onyx, we understand that we don't have solid proof. I understand that. But we do have a large, very, very army, actually an army of people saying that they saw this, they took a picture of this, or blah, blah, blah. So that alone, it kind of leads to that a possibility that Bigfoot does exist. I'm not saying that Bigfoot exists 100%, but there's a good chance that he does just because there's history on him. You know what I mean? So
But the point of what I was getting at is that how much of that is actual someone saying something and then someone else just jumping in the bandwagon just to kind of feel important to, oh yeah,
You're
I
gonna
saw
have
it too.
both. You're gonna have both.
That's what I'm getting at. Is
Yeah.
how do you decipher
I
that?
agree. You will have both.
It's the point is how to decipher that.
Yeah.
It's like the
I can
whole-
charge it, but you
It's
just
like the
can't
whole
use it.
speaking
Yeah.
of again biblical. Like people say Jesus rose people from the dead. Suppose we don't know if that's true or not. We weren't alive to say, we weren't any of that.
Well, with,
weren't there to see it.
Lazarus,
Exactly.
there was a party of people, a large party of people that witnessed
Exactly.
it.
But the thing is
So-
that
But you know what?
but stories change over time. As a story is told,
Yeah.
if I tell you a story, at some point, and you reiterate that story, at some point there's going to be certain in the story you're adding or embellishing within it. Even if you tell it 100% accurate and you tell it to someone else along the line is going to embellish that story, and eventually, as it's told, the story conflates more and more. To where the more it's added, it's diluted. So the point of us as a truth seeker, as anything, is to find, like a historian, what is a common thread that unites all of them together. The more you find in common, the more true that becomes, because now that's the common that all of them share. I brought up with dragons, different culture and society that had no contact with each other. One of them, the fact that pyramids have been seen throughout the world, even in parts of the ocean, that nature should
Yeah.
even be forming that,
Yeah.
shows that there is a commonality here that in our collective past, there's a truth here that we're missing. So on that regard, there's a truth. Whether we find it or not, we can't say. We may not ever find it.
Yeah.
But in that regard, I'm more inclined to believe that is more in common, that the truth there that we don't understand, as opposed to saying,
the
"Oh,
only thing we
I saw
know is
Bigfoot." It's like
hypothesis. That's it. Just
So,
educated guesses. That's
exactly. But the thing is, there's a more common thread there, as opposed to Bigfoot. It's a guy in Wisconsin saw it, and the guy in Florida saw it. It has to be true. Just because hundreds of people say it doesn't make.
Oh, it's more like
I also have
thousands,
always
yeah.
made like this crazy like a joke, but like so for like because I think religion like there's a huge amount of supernatural.
Honestly,
to
one
it.
day, if we get enough big followers, and mark this episode, if we get a big enough followers, and our followers tell us to go out there, we're going out there.
We're going out there.
We will. We will. I don't care if you guys want to be sissies and stay back home. I'll go out there by myself with a rifle. Honestly, I'll get deep as hell. I'll get deep as hell in that
won't do
woods.
shit.
I'll make sure I lose myself in those woods.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sure, you would.
But
Yeah.
what
I
I
call
was saying-
bullshit. I'm not gonna lose all my gold and silver and it bullshit. You'll hire some poor Mexican dude to fucking do it. Go out there and report back to me. And if you don't come back, it's gotta be true. It's like asshole.
I take all the glory when he comes back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what I used to say is I was like, if you, it's like somebody took like say like you took like a fucking book and you wrote this crazy story,
Yeah.
deep lore, just a fucking story off the top of your head. I threw that son of a bitch in the middle of the desert. It got buried, and like fucking 5,000 years later, you find it. You go, damn. There was the guy who founded the Earth. His name was Austin. Had a 14-inch cock, and it was invincible.
Exactly.
Essentially, isn't it?
Yeah, sadly.
But the thing is, you can't say that because
No, the Bible was written by multitudes of men. It wasn't just one.
Well, it could have
man.
been-
You have different
the
arguments.
thing is,
we all wrote it together.
But
I threw it on the beach. It got buried. Some little kid finds it. Goes, "Oh my god! This guy named Gabriel. His thumb was magnetically attracted to Colombian mudhole."
exactly. But the thing is that what I'm getting at is that in that regard, in the case of the Bible, is that there was a common thread they all agreed to, a common consensus among all of them. So that has to
He
be
couldn't
true.
find it. It was impossible.
And not just one, it was two.
Oh man, we're being fools right now.
Some just couldn't, they had to grab it. The booty's calling.
Let's get back. We're falling off track. We're falling track here.
The sheep.
Oh, guys, we're falling off track, Boston. We pretty much wrap it up, right?
Said pretty
No,
much.
he said, let's wrap it up. I don't want to be exposed. I don't want to be exposed here.
I think we've covered pretty much everything we needed to cover. Is there anything final you wanted to say about any of this?
Like I said, it's up to the viewer to decide, to discern for themselves.
Mhm.
You have to do your due diligence, do your research, because if not, you're going to fall for anything. You'll believe anything that someone. That's the problem. It's an easy way to distract people. I'm not saying that there are certain entities that are out there that are unexplainable, that we can't explain. Sure, there's a lot of things. Some of it's governmental, some of it's individual, some of it's spiritual. We don't know. It's up for you as a researcher to do your own due diligence and decide for yourself what you believe to be true. Now, if it clashes with someone else, killing each other. But, just do your due diligence and come to your own conclusion. We're not here to say you're full of shit or not. Believe.
Yeah, believe what you want. Don't try to change anyone else's mind
Exactly.
to believe what you believe.
And again, this goes to our audience. I'm gonna go ahead and get the information. A lot of the stories that we talked about, I'm gonna go ahead and get it from other accounts,
Sources
from other sources, and of accounts and documentaries of what we spoke about today. So just to help you in your research as well. You can, if you want to add on to that, and just go and learn about other cryptids as well on your own. You could definitely do that as well. At least this will help you out. So.
You're going to become a cryptid in our generation. In our own lifetime, you're going to become a Colombian urban myth.
Yeah. The fucking chupaculo.
Josh, you have something to say,
The
bro?
chupaculo is a black man with really big thumbs, and he only comes during the hot season.
Yeah. Blame it on the group chat.
Did you hear the story of this black guy who comes from America, who comes to Colombia, and with his thumbs rearranged our organs?
What the
Oh
hell?
my god.
Let's go ahead and wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up. Let's get out of here.
All right, Josh, anything?
Blame it on the group chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Way to deflect. Don't tell about me. Fuck off, dude. Fuck off. Blame it on the group chat.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
That's gonna be the show for this week. We're gonna have another one next Sunday. Different topics. So
Sure.
those that
Well, the beginning of the show, we'll talk about the
Also, tell
so
them
they get the
if
information.
they
But
have
yeah.
any advice or any topics that they want to.
Yeah, so
any topics you guys want to talk about,
I
please.
encourage what we really want is a lot of participation. This is why we do it live and we don't just record it and post it. We want a lot of people participating. You can reach us on any number of social media. You can send us ideas for topics.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And that would actually help us out a lot. And then we'll go over it and jump in every Sunday. You could expect us. I don't know what time, but you can jump in and be a part of it. And that's just our 2 cents. If you don't like it, blame it on the group
Blame it
chat.
on the group chat.
For sure.